Hey, I'm Scott Ian from Anthrax, and you're watching Death Curse Society.
Rock and roll!
Just in the middle of a dream, I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, 'cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. It was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. My I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Here we are again, folks. Another Monday Maniacs from Death Curse Society. I'm Red Crank. I got Zigzag, Phase, and the Colonel. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Another Monday.
Yeah.
You smell something different in the air? Is that what you're saying?
Something's amiss tonight.
Very much so. Very much so.
Okay. Is it just because of the topic, or what are you alluding to?
To me, it's the topic.
Of course,
Okay.
it's a topic.
I don't know.
What the hell is the matter with you anyway?
What the hell is going on? Man. How was everyone's holiday? Halloween? Any mishaps over daylight savings? Any flash flooding, tornadoes in your area? Yeah, anything? Tell me.
Surprisingly not. Just a lot of rain and sickness moving its way through the family.
Uh-oh.
The general, Sarge, and guess who got now? So
The
I'm gonna be a little bit down tonight, but I'll try not to be.
Fuck. Yeah, Halloween.
It happens, dude. You're the caregiver. You're gonna freaking get it.
Damn it! Almost made it.
When you're stuck in there, you're gonna get it, man.
That's right.
Yeah, in the box.
Yeah.
Halloween was pretty sweet, actually. I mean, it was hard getting in the spirit this year. It's been very busy with work and everything, but like the last couple of days, we got the pumpkins carved, and Halloween night we went out to it, like my old stomping grounds when I was a kid. BK's old neighborhood where he used to live, and the houses are like this close together. It's great, man. And although compared to what it was, it's just a fraction of what it was, but still a lot, still very populated. A lot of people out there. It was real cool. And then we went off to a haunted house down the road, and then fuck, man. The haunted house season this year was decent. I saw like 3 haunts, man. And the last one I saw was Azra, it's called. That's why let's talk about it real quick.
Yeah, you said that last one was pretty good.
Jesus, man. Well, we walked out of there all like blood splattered, I mean, and I didn't realize until like they were like going, "Hey, man, what's all over your face?" And I was like, "Huh?" I look at my reflection in the phone, and I had blood all over my nose, my mouth, and they were hitting us with mops in this thing. It was really wild. I mean, it sucks because I don't want to spoil anything. I'd rather you guys if you can ever get to Michigan, to Madison Heights, and see this shit for yourself. It's wild, man. I've never really seen a haunted house presented like this. It was out of hand, and it was very cool.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, because if I get hit with a mop, I'm slapping a motherfucker up.
Oh, it came from above. You wouldn't have saw pitch black, Colonel. Yeah. You had no chance.
I was thinking it was like people dressed up as clowns or janitors or some shit, just whacking you with a fucking mop. I would have been pissed.
That's something they did have. I can say it was like a circus clown maze area, but they gave you like 3D glasses at that point before you went into it. And dude, it was disorienting, man. It really, really threw you off. But it was neat. It was definitely cool.
Very nice. Very nice.
It was a great Halloween after that, It's a good Halloween. And then just back to fucking work the next day, back to the covering greenhouses. And every year now on my body, I feel I got to get up on those greenhouse hoops that are 15 feet in the air. And man, it's 2 days later and I feel like I fell down a building, man. It sucks.
FaZe, did you do anything for the weekend or holiday besides just work? Oh,
Halloween. Halloween itself, no, I didn't do much, but my mom and I went to see Halloween the movie on Saturday. That was quite
nice.
sweet. We also went to a cat cafe before then. That was really fun. Yeah,
now,
yes, man.
Yeah, explain the concept because I know now, but explain the concept of a cat cafe.
It's basically a coffee shop where they have cats that you can hang out with. It's possibly the greatest kind of business ever. Colonel, wouldn't you agree?
Cats are obviously.
I'm surprised Crank don't know what a cat cafe is, dude. There's like 3 of them around here.
Really?
Yeah, they're fucking awesome. Who doesn't want to pet a cat? Well, I mean, I don't drink coffee, but I still go to pet a cat. I don't give a shit.
Hey,
yeah.
And the cats are particular to the patrons, of course. They're digging it.
Oh
Just nonstop loving for the cats.
Dude, Colonel, I don't realize that you. I don't know if you realize how kind of stuck in the past I am in Oklahoma. So
they don't have them here either, bro.
That's true. I'm not. Yeah.
Progressive things don't necessarily occur here, and especially not business-wise. We still, like the biggest businesses around here right now are weed shops, car washes, and chicken restaurants. So
that's true.
And churches, but that's a different.
But still not a bad trifecta, man. You get your car washed, get some weed, get a big ass bucket of chicken. That sounds like a good afternoon to me.
I swear to God, I want to build like a car wash where when you first pull in, you order the car wash and chicken and weed, and then you just roll through smoking your weed, eating your chicken, getting your car wash.
It's buckets separated in half. The weed this side, the chicken's this side.
Yeah.
And for the fucking the lid of the popcorn bucket for the car wash, man.
Whatever. Yeah. Whatever, man.
Shit.
You're saying
I think that would go over like gangbusters. I don't know. Why wouldn't you? I mean, besides having the windows up, but
I mean,
hotbox that shit. Why not?
Then you can have a Girl Scout set up at the end. You take a portion of their profits off their cookies. People
like cookies. Yeah.
Let me get a box of Thin Mints.
I was hoping the Trick or Treat DVD was going to show up by Halloween that they promised like 2 years ago, and it did not make it. I just today got my tracking from Orbit video. Thank you.
Damn.
It's well, whatever. It's on the way. I'm happy to have a 4K version of fucking Trick or Treat after all these years. It's just it's glorious. Nice. And then the last thing that happened, like the Halloween video game collector's package showed up, and I'll open, maybe at the end of the show I'll pop this open. It's like 8 collector cards that came with it. I don't know. It says Series 1. I'll doubt I'll ever have 2.
Don't open it.
The game's actually fun, man. It's not terribly hard, but just it's very much Sega Genesis style shit, like Castlevania. Remember that?
Yeah,
it's like that. Yeah. There's lots of elevators, and it's side scroll.
Wait, is this that thing from Retro Realms that you're talking about?
Halloween, and then there's Ash versus Evil Dead. They're very similar games, but they do actually. Michael Myers is actually released from Smith's Grove to go and kill for this demon, and then Ash, his thing is the demon shows up for the Necronomicon and takes it, so he's got to go get it. Kind of the same, but different, and different characters. It's again, this shit was all supposed to be here by Halloween, and none of it was. That's what I was talking about doing on Halloween, doing an opening video maybe, but I never, Just
so not only does your internet service suck, but your mail carrier service does as well.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, it just didn't live up to their estimated delivery,
I'm guessing phone and cable are like not too good either. Just, let's throw all the communications in the pot and just fuck it all up.
Zag's like, we still got 2G, my man.
Yeah. They got the cars.
He's still got those little boxes that you put on top of the TV where you click the button in for the different channels.
Where were we at, though? That was New Mexico. That internet wasn't spectacular either out there.
Oh, at Chiba, huh? Yeah, but I mean, we were also kind of flying on the on the public stuff. You know, if we
Right.
do that again, we've got to get in on some kind of private line because
Or run some kind of right to it, direct to their receiver, to their router.
I doubt we'd be able to do that. But
And we missed out, man. We had an exclusive interview waiting for us, and
no,
get it.
we're not. No, I'm not even going to
It's
bring that up.
haunting me, man. It's turning into like a Captain Ahab kind of thing, man. I don't know what.
I've been a Debbie Downer, Zach. Tonight's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a fun night.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. You're right about that. We're going to change
We're-
it up.
We are. We're going to change it up. We're going to talk about pretty much anything but horror. We're going to list off our top 5 favorite dramas, comedies, and action movies. And it's going to be an interesting discussion, I think. But
Never breached into the other pie slices of pop culture before, so I don't really know where it's going to go. I'm very curious to see.
We dipped a pinky toe in when we did Nicolas Cage. I remember this because we did pick one Nicolas Cage horror or movie that was not horror that we talked about. So we've dipped a pinky toe in, but that's been about it. But yeah. So,
Pretty much almost.
I didn't realize you were working on the setup, but yeah, all right. I got you now. Let's see who's in here. We got Luke in here, Lorena. The whole damn enchilada pod.
That's right.
Got a streak of 100 straight shows. Thanks, man.
Hey,
Wow.
wait a minute.
Hell yeah. How many have we done by now?
Oh, God.
I'll have to get back to you on that.
There's no telling. Grandma Faze is in the chat, so watch out, Ziggy.
Oh, well.
Grizzly has a very, very exuberant woo.
Oh my God.
I think I got all those O's. All right. There's Grandma Faze. Says hello, everyone. Paul is here. BK is here. Oh boy. Oh God. BK says I'm planning on being highly offensive this evening. DCS for life.
That's the BK I love the most.
BK is probably going to be pleased in the long run tonight. We'll see.
Joshua's here. Bobby is here. Turned 52 on Halloween. Happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday.
Also to his twin sister, Bonnie.
Oh, okay.
She's not watching, so fuck her.
Well, okay.
She's here in Michigan, though, man. So, you know.
Just kidding, Bobby and Bonnie. So.
No, I sent them the official DCS birthday stamp that I like to do. And happy birthday, man.
Yeah. There's Patricia. Man, all right.
All right.
I think that might be about it. Just trying to scan some of these to make sure I'm not missing anything here. There was somebody asked for a shirt check.
A shirt check? What do you got there? Drink?
Go. No, you go. You start first so I can look at all these.
Ask for a shirt check.
I think it was Grizzly. Since we're not talking horror, he wanted a shirt check.
He usually likes a shirt check. Oh, there you go.
See that?
I wasn't
Now
even
say it
thinking.
right, folks. Say it right. Flesh. That's what you got to do with this shirt, and that's why I had to have it.
How many people, when you wear that, how many people walk by you and do the
Every single time, if they know what it is, they do it, and I high five the fuck out of them every time, man.
Nice.
Or I sing it back to them. If they say flash, I might do the You know what I mean?
I hope you bring a little more oomph when you do it.
Oh, I fucking punch it, dude. How do you want it? When you're in public.
Here's one I need to hit real quick before we move on to the next shirt. Patricia says, send some good juju Amy's way. She's in the hospital right now. She's doing better, but I'm still worried about her. Amy, we're thinking about you.
Yes, positive thoughts.
Yeah.
Good juju.
Done. Fixed.
One of my really good friends, we call him Juju. So he's not necessarily good, but if you get him good and drunk, he's all right. So I could send him up that way just to hang out with you. He could be a good Juju. He might be.
We are supposed to compare.
I hope he's not Jewish.
No.
Thinking the same thing, mate.
His name's Julian, so
Oh, okay.
I just call him Juju.
Julian's cool.
He's popped in on at least some of the live streams, the gaming streams back in the day.
Yeah, he's all right. He gets it. He knows where we're coming from.
Yeah. Jimmy wants to know, what is butt horror? No, not that kind. Not like that.
Or
But,
You got some butt horror stories though. Just saying.
yeah. All right. Yep. I think I've gotten everybody in here. Gina's here. I don't think I mentioned her.
Here's something.
All right. Well, let's get it on. This is going to be fun, I think. I'm curious. I'm aware. Okay. I'm aware.
Wow.
Just
pull my list up and click it.
They said it would never happen.
What?
Doing a non-horror show.
Yeah, we would. All right. Before we get into all the good stuff here, let's thank our members one time before we get started. Thanks to our final girls and guys, Christy, Faze, Lorena, BD, Alex, and Robert. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Our Crazy Ralphs, Bell's Fancy Creations, Dr. Smiley, Raymond, and the whole damn enchilada pod. And, of course, our camp counselors, Adam, Corey, Christy, Luke, Jimmy and Rachel, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Chuck Sheck, Dave, Patricia, Kristen, and JJ. Somebody's mic wasn't muted during that for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you hear me coughing?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't.
If you want to become a member and support the DCS, check out deathcursesociety.com. Head on over to the membership page and figure out what tier you like and what you can afford. And we appreciate each and every one of you. I like to say that every single time.
That's right.
It needs to be said.
And
It needs to be said.
The Chuck Schick shirt is coming your way.
No, it's not. No, we're not. I wouldn't even know what to do with that. And of course, thanks to our associate producer Faze for helping us out behind the scenes, and of course doing all the tasks that we either don't have time for or we just don't want to fucking do anymore.
Coughing during your cough.
And coughing during the drop. But
Fucking unprofessional.
It's okay.
Son of a bitch! I'm docking your pay.
Yeah.
All right, so. I forgot. You guys are sitting in the wrongs, or you're in the wrong seat. So
Should we change up real quick?
No, we're good. I'll just remember it.
Okay.
We're going to start with Colonel, and I think what we're going to do is all four of us do our top 5 comedies. So,
all right.
Pretty sure this is the right button. Let's see. Yep. There we go. All right. So you want me to just throw the list up there and you can start talking about it, or?
Just throw it up there. It's fine. Like I was telling these guys before the show, I honestly just kind of went with what was the first things that came to mind for all these movies. This list is probably interchangeable from the bottom half, but fuck it. We'll get started. Coming in at number 5, my favorite Matt Stone and Trey Parker movie, Orgasmo. Being a
very good
millennial, you have to have Matt Stone and Trey Parker somewhere on your fucking list. And Orgasmo is just fucking hilarious. I can't. If you haven't seen it, go see it. What the fuck's wrong with you? Coming at number 4, Mel Brooks classic, Blazing Saddles. I can't say more than anybody else hasn't already said about this film. Number 3 is hard for me to separate them. So Clerks and Clerks 2. Fantastic storytelling by Kevin Smith. 2 totally different comedies, but they both work. Before anybody asks, no, I haven't seen Clerks 3 yet because I don't want it to ruin my fucking fantasy about the Clerks universe.
I didn't know there was a third one.
His last few movies have been shit, in my opinion.
Huh.
Coming at 2, another classic. I've loved this fucking movie since I was 13. Up in Smoke. Comedy gold. And it's not dated. To this day, it's still not dated, other than that in most states, weed is now legal. So you probably could get by driving a weed van made out of weed. Coming in at number 1, I don't need to say anything else. Monty Python and the Holy Fucking Grail. The best nerd comedy of all time.
You can grip it by the husk.
That's right. And like I said, we're not doing honorable mentions tonight because we discussed this. We were all confused, but I have probably about another 10 to 12 movies listed that I would have loved to put on this list. So,
yeah, I think we could have done like a top 20 of each kind, but that's not the show we do.
No.
I mean, this is I feel like we're going to have to keep saying throughout the night, like, this is a rare thing where we, talk about something other than the horror. But, just in case anybody new pops in and is just like, oh, let's see what this horror podcast is about. And then and we're talking about fucking Orgasmo. Like, really?
Oh.
First movie out of your head is Orgasmo.
It's great.
It is.
I mean, I don't know.
Christ, where? Every time. That's the thing I can say on the air. That's not even like my favorite running joke in the movie. I just can't say my favorite running joke in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
You should.
The whole delivery of that joke is what is so fucking funny about it, That's but if you know, you know. I hate saying it, but that's what this is.
All right. Well, and that also, for those of you that are relatively new, this is a perfect representation of an introduction to Colonel.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I mean, right out of the gate.
What the fuck?
Let's see. Orgasmo, dirty. Blazing Saddles, dirty and offensive. Clerks, offensive. Up in Smoke, weed. And, so,
Man, I'm not even a smoker anymore. I gave that.
Not a smoker anymore.
But,
oh, Lord. No.
Monty Python, one of the nerdiest comedies of all time. But
so
good
quotable.
list, Colonel.
So
good.
Quotable.
Thank you.
Good list, Colonel.
Yes, I know what. You want me to clap every time we do a?
You want to just clump them all up? It doesn't matter to me.
After we got all three of them done, but I digress. Had to babble long enough to scroll back up to the clapping.
All right. I see a few of you guys sending in your list. We'll get to those here in a moment.
Oh, I've got to see what you're all thinking. And I know, like some of you people have said, I've got my list ready. We appreciate it. I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, there's already at least 4, maybe 5 in there.
There's a ton of lists already popping up in here. And there's some that a lot of them were on my honorable mentions. Like it, Craig said it easily top 20 on all 3 categories.
Yeah.
And if we did like 10 each, if we did like 10 each or something, it'd have to be just one category per show, I think.
All right. Ziggy, you're next.
Woo! I'm just going to say before we start it, there they are. Never mind.
Too bad.
I just kind of went with the ones that I remember. There's a million of them. And this list could change a whole lot. I mean, I've got a fucking bunch of honorable mentions to go here too. And it's ridiculous. And we're not doing those.
We're not going to mess with those right now. So
right, I know.
But if they come up, they come up.
I mean, because there's ones I saw later or I thought of later, and I just went, yeah, but number 5, Tommy Boy, the late great Farley, and David Spade, probably one of the best buddy comedies of all time, and it's fucking side-splitting laughter, as they say. I mean, when they're in the car and the hood flips up and shit. The deer trashes the car. All that shit is fantastic, and the physical comedy is top notch, and it's got a heart too to go along with it. Number 4, I'm not really a golfer, but Caddyshack has been something I've watched since I was a child, when I was young, and always found it funny for different reasons. Outside of the plot and everything, like when the guy's drinking the drinks and throws up in the fucking caddy, and it's great. Bill Murray, is in this movie, is a classic character and somebody that is quoted, again, a very quotable movie here.
Oh yeah.
Number 3, shit, man. This is, many said for the longest time, this is the perfect comedy. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Steve Martin, John Candy, Del fucking Griffith, a name I can't, I know Neil Page too. It's Steve Martin, but Del Griffith, that face pops right in your head as soon as someone says it. And he nailed it. And again, another movie with a heart. But the fucking comedy, again, you're like, The best laugh in this movie for me is when they're driving down the wrong road and he looks over at him and he's the devil going, ah, I almost pissed myself watching that scene, man. It's just perfectly executed in time comedy, and you've all seen it. And if you haven't, shame on you. Number 2, Blazing Saddles. I mean, it's horrible, but listen, they had Richard Pryor writing this movie with them, Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks constantly going, Richard, we can't do that. And he said, you have to do it. This is the funniest thing. This is going to be an iconic movie. And look what we have here all these years later. It's fucking an iconic fucking comedy. Ridiculous, dirty, bad, but funny. And number 1, I know it's weird. It's not it, but look at the writing of this. This is a John Landis fucking classic. The Blues Brothers, man. I mean, Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, the music, the fucking way it's delivered, the way it's presented, the car chase, all of it. It's so fucking good, man. And they never snap out of it the whole way. I love this movie. And I understand why people were arguing like that's not really a great comedy. It is and it isn't. I think it is. And this one's very much nostalgic for me. So I mean that's why I go with it. And just I love when they're talking to the nuns and she's smacking the shit out of them with the rulers and stuff like that. Again, more physical. There's just a ton of this stuff. This was a skit on Saturday Night Live, and arguably this is the greatest. Fuck Wayne's World. We got the fucking Blues Brothers.
Ooh.
Wow.
I said it.
May have to talk to our associate producer about that.
I said it.
Man.
That doesn't sound right.
Oh, I wish I had. Well, we're going to get there, but.
All right. Nice list there, Ziggy.
Good list.
Yeah, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was definitely a honorable mention of mine. So
No, I was honest. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Not even.
Really?
No.
I probably need to rewatch it. I was younger when I seen it.
You definitely need to rewatch it as an adult. You'll get like twice as many laughs as you did as a kid. I think. So, let me see here.
Damn it! When he's sitting in that bed trying to clear his fucking nasal passages. Oh, it's so funny.
Well, Lorena wants to know how is Steve Martin not Steve Martin? How is Monty Python not on your list, Zag? We've quoted that whole movie to each other.
Yeah,
disappointed.
Well, it would be an honorable mention. This was one I needed to have. Again, I said these are movies that touched me. You know, I saw Monty Python a bit later than a lot of these. You know, I mean, well, not Planes, Trains, obviously, but or Tommy Boy, but all the other three, I adore. But I mean, Monty Python is. People love it or they don't. I love it, but do I love it enough to beat any of these 5 movies? I don't know.
No.
Interesting.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
There we go. Patricia says Pittsburgh has a Blues Brothers cover band called the Booze Brothers.
Huh.
Have to check them out if we're ever in the area and timing works out.
That has to be a top-notch band, man, because that shit was the blues supergroup. So,
well, they Aykroyd and Jim Belushi, is that the other one now? The other blues brother?
Yeah,
the backup. Yeah, they actually came through Stillwater like 2 or 3 years ago when they were promoting their weed strain or their brand of marijuana products, and a couple of the dispensaries around here are carrying it, and it was kind of cool. I didn't get to go, but I saw a video. I think I was actually on the road with you guys when it happened, but I saw
Aykroyd came to that.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, Aykroyd and Belushi were there, and Goodman was there too. I think.
I say John Goodman. Fuck,
yeah.
They really were digging that. Well, and Blues Brothers 2000, man. There's where a sequel went wrong too, boy. That's not good.
But yeah, That was neat to see a bunch of video from people that were there, and they're singing in the parking lot. Aykroyd's jamming on the harmonica and everything. It was hysterical.
They can play.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Let me get rid of this list.
No. Get it the fuck out of here.
First off, I'll give you the floor for a minute. Do you have a rebuttal to the fuck Wayne's World?
Yeah. Fuck Ziggy. Wayne's World was almost my number 5. It was so fucking close. And then now I'm pissed that it wasn't. Because Wayne's World just got a fuck you for one of our hosts. But hey, whatever. Man, you're a drummer too. What the hell? Whatever. It's fine.
Wayne's World is okay, but it's not better than the Blues Brothers.
I'm with FaZe on this one.
I'm with FaZe on this one. I think Wayne's World, out of all the Saturday Night Live skits that went on to be features, I think Wayne's World is the most solid.
Well, you can have a nice can of a silhouette of a go fuck yourself and enjoy some Wayne's World. Now I've got the Blues Brothers.
Well, fine.
Yes. You have fun with that. All right. FaZe, here come your top 5 comedies. Bam!
Wayne's World tape doesn't even work anymore. And speaking of tapes that don't even work anymore, by number 5, Dazed and Confused, that tape definitely doesn't work anymore. I watched the fuck out of that when I was 13, 14.
I'm going to give you a bonus track. So number 6, Wayne's World?
Yeah, easily.
Okay.
Fuck it. But yeah, Dazed and Confused for my number 5. Everybody knows that fucking movie. Yet again, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. I also thought, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which these guys showed me recently. But I don't have the.
It never even occurred to me, that one. Holy shit!
What?
Yeah, I don't have the nostalgia for that one that I do for Dazed and Confused.
Fuck.
So I had to do what I had to do. Number 4, the South Park movie, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, which is a dick joke. Fuck it. What? Did you never realize that?
No, I did. I just love the fact that you were like, which is a dick joke.
For fuck's sake. That's another one that you got to watch if you haven't seen it. It's Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Again, just one of the earliest, finest. Like you said, every one of our lists should have a Matt Stone and or Trey Parker movie in there somewhere. It just needs it. And I went with South Park because I love me some South Park. Number 3 spot, I love Futurama. It's one of my favorite shows ever made. All of the movies they came out with are all bangers. All of them are fucking bangers. I went with Bender's Big Score because that one is just a little bit higher up for me. But they're all fucking masterpieces. Nobody is wrong in saying which one is their favorite. Seriously. And if you like the, they're all worth watching, but only if you like the show. It's not something you should go out of your way to see. If they kind of coincide with the show's stories, so you should watch a bit before watching the movies. But anyway, getting off track. Number 2. Speaking of shows that have a shitload of movies, Trailer Park Boys. It was tough to pick one, but I had to pick one because it's Trailer Park Boys. I picked the Christmas special, the one from 2004. Because that one just has all of the most iconic scenes, in my opinion, especially the end where, spoiler alert for a 20-year-old movie, where Bubbles finally accepts that his parents are never going to come and he realizes Ricky and Julian have been his family this whole time. And then, that to me is the most iconic moment in all of Trailer Park Boys. And number 1, the most recent entry here and the most recent movie, and probably in all of this, because this came out in 2023.
Yeah.
Fucking Metalocalypse, Army of the Doomstar. Number 1. I love Metalocalypse. But the reason why I have it as number 1 here, because this is one hell of a fucking movie. I love a good finale, and this is a perfect, I don't use that word often, this is a perfect finale to an amazing fucking show. Just, there's no negative I can say about it. I could watch it a million times. It's so great. It's so amazing that that something so brand new ended up making my number 1 spot here. But there you are.
That is interesting.
Top 5.
All right. FaZe's top 5, folks.
Yeah, definitely Metalocalypse is for, if you're not a metalhead, the fucking characters that are in the band are
Dude,
kind of
Pickle,
characters. They're-
Pickle is my fucking guy, man.
Pickles, fuck
Pickle,
yeah,
Pickle.
man.
if they're kind of they're loosely based on real guys in the game, and I'll leave that up to you. So I'll just it's funny though. But yeah, Faye's great list, man.
Interesting. Because I have a couple of questions here. Well, or comments, I guess. I mean, 3 of these I have absolutely no. I'm not into cartoons much.
Right.
I have
I
seen
am.
the movie. I understand you are. 3 of those I don't. I absolutely have no interest. I didn't realize the Trailer Park Boys have been around since '04.
That's what I was
Dude,
thinking.
1996.
What?
Yeah.
yeah, it's been around for a long fucking
Black
time.
and whites, dude. They were filming on old fucking technology, but it was an indie when it first started.
Oh wow! I haven't. I've only started hearing about the Trailer Park Boys maybe in the last like 5 or 6 years.
What?
No, when Netflix bought it in 2007, that's when it.
Yeah, that's when
Yeah, yeah, it was probably about when. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. I don't know a whole lot about your list, so I can't say much. The only thing I will say is, Jesus, dude, could you pick longer titles for fuck's sake?
Yes, I mean, did you see on the honorable mentions? I had the Aqua Teen movie in there, which is like Aqua Teen : movie for theaters. Like it is the longest, stupidest title they could have ever made. I almost put that on there just to fuck with you, but I didn't.
Yep.
Hold on, I got to look at this now.
Yeah, it's massively fucking long.
They made it the longest. It's a movie with Neil Peart in it, so I almost put it in just for that. But
Oh, and it's not even the actual sign for colon; it's the word
no, it's
colon.
the word colon. They worded it all out.
Yes. If you
Perfect
were walking by
document,
Crank's,
Wow.
if you were walking by Crank's apartment whilst he was editing this, you might have heard this.
Many
A few
times.
times.
Oh,
A
yeah.
few times. Good God, dude! I mean, you're covering like 60% of the graphic.
I wasn't expecting you to use all of the fucking like
Well, but
cover
if I
arts
did,
of the movies.
but if I didn't, then this bit
you
wouldn't
did
be
just
as funny.
I mean, that's true. That's true. That's fair.
I mean, it gives me something to bitch about. Come on now.
Fine, that's your extra work.
I mean, 16. The shortest title on your list is 16 characters, and that's because it's using an ampersand.
What is
So,
that? Days of
Yeah, like
Yep.
come on, man.
You're welcome. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks for messing with my OCD while I was working on this today
Oh,
and
man.
yesterday.
You could have made me
let's-
do it.
I got it. All right. Well, there we go. That is it for phase. Leaves me, and then we'll get to some of the or most of the watchers here. I will say my top 5 comedies are far different. I don't think we share any.
Wow. What a shock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big shock, right?
I'm not really
Thank-
shocked. Yours is different.
Frank as
Little.
fuck. Yeah, I wasn't surprised about phases really, but yikes. Anyway, here we go. Number 5, Quick Change, a rare Bill Murray movie. Gina Davis, excellent film about trying to rob a bank and then escape New York without being detected.
Randy
But-
Quaid.
Randy Quaid, but New York throws the entire book at them on the way out, and it's just hysterical. I love the fact that when we were in Chicago at Bill Murray's Caddyshack bar, they had posters of a lot of his movies there, and I finally was able to find one for Quick Change, and I was happy to see that.
Yeah, just don't take your own food in there, even though you've been told you're allowed.
Yeah, don't take your own food in there.
And then
All
the
right,
next day, you fired.
And yeah, we didn't do that.
It wasn't us, yeah. We abided by the rules, apparently. Eh?
We did.
FaZe and I were nice. We actually got up, left the bar, and sat out in the lobby and finished our food and went back.
That's true. I was too hungry not to eat though, man. What
Yeah, I know. I was right there with you. I was like, I don't give a shit. I'll eat on the floor.
uh
I kept like reaching down into my bag and grabbing the burrito and like side biting it and putting it back in the bag.
Nice.
So yeah, quick change. Number 4, The Paper. A lot of people. No, actually, I would be shocked if more than like 3 of you out there have even heard of this. An old, yeah, an old Michael Keaton movie. Star-studded cast: Gina Davis, a ton of other people. Randy Quaid also, I think, is in this one. Ton of people in it, but it's about the inner workings of a newspaper. Robert Duvall also. The names just keep coming to me as I go. And it's about the inner workings of a newspaper. I grew up working in newspapers, and this was very, very true to life, but exaggerated in a way. And I fucking loved it. It's one of those that I have on like VHS, Laserdisc, DVD, Blu-ray, digital, so I have like all the copies of it. I love it. Number 3, Heathers. We've kind of talked about Heathers in the past a little bit. I see a couple of you guys happy about that on there.
Yep.
A very dark comedy. The relationship between them two are phenomenal. Number 2, The Secret of My Success. Another rare kind of underseen, maybe you could say, Michael J. Fox comedy.
Saw it in theaters.
Good for you, you old bastard. I think I did too, actually. That was what, 88?
Something like that. But I remember
87, 88.
It's a real feel-good movie, though. I mean,
It is.
It's one of his better films.
Yeah, and the soundtrack is great. I had the cassette that I jammed to all the time.
What was that band that did all those fucking sound? Was that the God damn it.
Don't ask me, man.
Same guy that
it was one of the guys from like it was a guy, he'd broken off of a big band to do like a solo thing.
Yeah, wasn't it the St. Elmo's Fire guy?
Yeah.
Parr or something, and
John Parr.
Right.
Or something like that. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, find it. It's fun. About a guy from Kansas that gets a mailroom job at a big company in New York and weasels his way into the corporate ladder in interesting ways. I don't know, an overachiever's movie, I guess. And number 1 for me is a movie I have loved since I was a wee bitty child. I don't remember how young I was the first time I saw this, but Dudley Moore and John Gielgud just sold this movie for me. And it's Arthur, the 1981 version, mind you, not whatever 2000s bullshit remake that Russell Brand put out, which I haven't seen and I'm not going to see, but whatever. But Dudley Moore, that role is one of my favorite fucking roles of all time. Again, great soundtrack. John, and to see an actor as distinguished as John Gielgud, just delivering the lines like he did, and it being some of the funniest shit you've ever seen. You want me to come in there and wash your dick for you, you stupid shit? Just so good. And yeah, so there we go. That's my list for
Take
comedies.
my hand. Well,
that would leave you with 1.
I can tell you.
Frank.
I can tell you where I saw that trailer the first time.
The trailer for Arthur?
For Arthur.
No, we got the double feature.
It was with American Werewolf in London.
Really?
Yes. Because I went to that movie back-to-back weekends. And actually went and saw Arthur because of it.
I see a couple of you guys mentioning Christian Slater and Pump Up the Volume. Pump Up the Volume is awesome too. I couldn't quite, that's, I couldn't put it on this list. Not right now.
All right. And, before we move any further, just real quick, Crank. You know how you had your reaction to Phase's list? That was my reaction to yours. I was just staring off into space like I know 2 of those fucking 5. Like, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Which 2? Which
Arthur
2?
And Heathers.
That's it?
That's it. The other 3, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Dude, you have to see Quick Change. Some of the driest but funniest fucking humor.
Oh, Colonel,
Like
you'll love
ever.
Quick Change. Yeah, it's
You
good.
would love Quick Change.
It's Bill
He's
Murray.
walking by a porn shop at the very beginning of the movie, and he's wearing a clown outfit because he's about to rob this bank as a clown. And guys outside the porn shop, and he's just like, nude women. Bill Murray walks by. Clowns welcome. And it's the opening credits. But that right there even just sets the tone for what you're about to see for the rest of the movie. And it's fucking hysterical, man.
Sounds funny. I'll have to see that, especially dry humor. You guys know that's what I'm an expertise in, is being extra fucking dry.
It's a
You
master
got
course.
Hold on, let me flip up here. You guys will like this. Rachel says Crank has the shortest titles ever compared to Face.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that, but hold on. Let me look at this.
Like 2-word titles. Except for Secret.
I had the secret of my success. That one bleeds in. But yeah, look how pretty that is right there on that graphic.
Oh yeah.
Even the title, The Secret of My Success, only goes like right next to the big bathtub that Dudley Moore's sitting in right there, the bubble bath. So anyway, yeah. That looks good. Anyway. Let's do some of the viewer list.
Yes.
See what we got.
All right. Goodness, you guys got a bunch in here, so I'm going to rattle through these. My apologies. Lorena says, comedy, number 5, Chatterbox. Number 4, The Ghost of Mr. Chicken. Number 3, Cheech and Chong's next movie. Number 2, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And number 1, Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny. No horror. No horror.
That's
No horror. Good God.
All right.
That's after he watched the Ice Cream Bunny.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Patricia's got a list of comedies. Looks like, okay, going backwards. I'm just going to read it that way. Number 1, Nothing But Trouble. Really? Number 1. Interesting. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2.
Right.
Number 2, The Dream Team. Good call. Very good pull. I love that movie too. Number 3, Blazing Saddles. Number 4, The Couch Trip. Number 5, Bridesmaids. Honorable mentions, Death of Smoochie, the Kevin Smith comedies, National Lampoon movies, and everything Mel Brooks, and the Porky's movies. Yeah. I'm actually kind of shocked that Porky's didn't show up on maybe Ziggy's list.
It's right there, man. It was like
Dude, that was pretty close to mine.
Number 6.
maybe 7.
Well,
Joshua.
more reasons, but
All right, I've been waiting for this one.
I know. I wondered when it would show up. Joshua.
Oh, Lebowski. Yes.
Number 5. The Big Lebowski. Number 4, The Great Outdoors. Number 3, Vacation. Number 2, Airheads.
number
Good
6.
pull. And number 1, Revenge of the Nerds.
Number
That
6.
is
Very
a
good.
fucking great.
The Great Outdoors is a good pull too. I actually turned that on the other night just because it was on.
It's like an entire fucking runner-up list. Is
Pretty much. Big Lebowski, especially for me.
Dude, The Big Lebowski is close to making the list. Airheads is close to making the list. I wore that
Kingpin.
motherfucker out, dude, when I was a kid. Kingpin, there's actually my honorable mentions on the phone we can't mention. There's quite a few on there. Fuck.
Heaven Help Us was mine that I was just going, fuck, I love this movie, but
But oh, dude, you want to go that far back?
yeah, you know.
How about Oh Heavenly Dog?
Oh, Heavenly Dog, you know, I mean.
Benji and Chevy Chase? Come on. I love that movie when I was a kid. It didn't age well, but Luke, no particular order, basketball.
Yes.
All right. Mall Rats, very nice. This Is the End, Blazing Saddles, and The Stoned Age.
Stoned Age. See, I knew someone was going to pull that one, man. I was like,
Hell
man,
yeah.
it's the what is it? The Wish version of Dazed and Confused. but
Dazed
it's
and
so
Confused?
funny as fuck, yeah.
Somebody was saying, and it may have been Luke, somebody was saying they like that one better than Dazed. So
It's a
That's
little
fair.
more crude. It's not as more of it. That Dazed and Confused is the story. They're trying to do the whole adolescent thing, and this is just a bunch of guys doing gross shit, and it's getting laid and stuff, and getting high.
all right, check this out, Grandma Faye's
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Blazing Saddles, The Jerk.
Yes, the jerk.
My
Nice.
sister will be happy about that. She was saying, "Hey, where's the Jerk?" It's like, yeah, that's definitely in that 10 for sure.
That- That's a good call. I love The Jerk. No order. 3 maybe ish. Groundhog Day, Blues Brothers. There you go. I see what's going on here.
Hey, she likes a movie. You leave her alone.
And Arsenic and Old Lace. Very good. Very good.
For the old folks.
For the old
See,
folks.
I don't know what that one is. So.
That's fair.
What? Oh, shut up.
I've not seen that one, I don't think.
You haven't seen Arsenic and Old Lace, really?
I hadn't even heard of it till tonight.
I've heard of it. I just never seen it.
I'm very disappointed.
It's an ever-going list, and I knock fucking films off it all the time.
Well, put that on there because it's a classic you should see. Tarek. Yeah, Tarek, saw you were confused as to what the hell we were talking about when you got here tonight. Couldn't respond at the time, but yeah, we're doing comedies, dramas, and then action. Or comedies, action, and then dramas. So get some more lists ready. Tarek's comedy list. Number 5, Dogma. Coming out on Blu-ray soon.
Which
finally.
bullshit. Because now that DVD you picked up for me that I paid for ain't worth a goddamn anymore.
Yeah, it is, because that'll still be a collector's edition.
True.
Right.
Number 4, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. Number 3, Life of Brian.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Oh yeah.
Number 2, Harold and Kumar 3 Christmas. Okay.
That one is pretty funny, man.
I think I see what you're saying. And number 1, Zach and Miri Make a Piano.
No.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Dude, the scene with Justin Long in that movie is fucking great.
We should make a non-porno parody of Zach and Miri Make a Porno called Zach and Miri Make a Piano.
Like a piano. People would be fucking pissed. And you spell piano out with the stars like that. So, yeah. Nice list, Tarek.
All right, BK's list.
Oh, okay.
Modern Problems. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, number 5, Modern Problems.
Better Off Dead.
Number 4, Better Off Dead. Very nice. Number 3, Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. I haven't seen that one. That one's relatively new, though, isn't it? Like in the last 10 years, 15 years? Something like that.
Sounds funny.
Yeah. Number 2, DC Cab. Wow.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that one in a while. I may have to look that one up pretty soon. And number 1, Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles is getting a lot of love tonight.
It's a good one.
It's a classic, man.
Funny is funny, dude. I mean, and it's a movie that could not be made today.
All right. Luke says 5 best comedies that's hard. No shit, dude.
Yeah.
I could list about 50 of the best comedies ever. My 5 that I chose are the ones that I've watched lately. Basketball will always be up there. Trey Parker and Matt Stone are heroes to me. Fair enough.
Like I said, mine and Luke's generation and Faze's generation, yeah, they're pretty high on our fucking lists.
I love them.
Oh, they're hysterical.
Nobody put Ghostbusters on their fucking list. I'm really surprised.
No, not horror related.
Hey, we couldn't touch horror.
That's true. It is horror, but I mean, I still feel like that's a comedy. I mean, but I ignored anything that had any horror reference.
Yeah.
I mean, the closest I got was Heathers. I mean, but I don't consider that a horror movie.
Nah.
Dark comedy, just like what is that? Very Bad People. That would have been another one that almost probably would have made it.
All right. And I think this is the last one. If I've missed your list or if we've missed your list, let me know. Paula says,
good.
No particular order, going old school. Arsenic and Old Lace. Ghost Mr. Chicken. Operation Petticoat. Nice. Support your local sheriff and Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Nice.
Yeah. Very good list, guys.
Yeah.
You guys are even just randomly throwing out some
such good stuff out there. I also had like the Party Animal. That's a really obscure one from the fucking early 80s.
Damn it.
So stupid.
Tarek, same as Colonel. I knew Arthur and Heathers and never saw the rest.
Wow.
Huh. It's okay.
keep in mind, I worked at a couple of video stores. Like, grew up at the movies a lot. Not maybe as much of a double feature freak as Ziggy was, but
We rented everything, and if there wasn't horror movies to see, we would go see regular movies too.
Yeah.
So I saw everything.
BK says Stripes Gung Ho. Yeah, both of those, Stripes and Gung Ho. Great. Mr. Mom too. Night Shift. Once Bitten.
See, I had Stripes and Private Benjamin on my honorable mentions. You know, that's another one I love. Private Benjamin with Goldie Hawn. Wildcats, another one I love. You know, this is bullshit because I keep thinking of fucking ones I would have put on my list.
Josh wrote those Animal House. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, and Lorena just threw out This Is Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
That was debatable too.
Damn it,
Easily
Billy!
top 10. Easily top 10.
This one goes to 11. I'll see myself out for not putting Spinal Tap on the list.
Dude, it's on my honorable mentions. I don't even think you had it on yours. I was like, really? Really?
It's overwhelming. Trying to get 5.
Don?
Yeah. This was. Well, and we talked a little bit about this before the show, Colonel. You mentioned that you just kind of brainstormed them right off the top of your head. I tried to put a little bit of thought into this, but if I spent like what I normally do on a top 5 or a top 10 list, I'm pretty sure my list would be a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know?
Mine too. I mean, I still stand by my top 5.
Oh, yeah.
About Mary.
Fucking, Airheads, fucking Airplane, or even The Naked Gun.
Airplane. Naked
Airplane,
Gun. Yes.
sure.
Yeah, somebody mentioned Airplane earlier. No, I don't think anyone mentioned Naked Gun though. Yeah.
Nope. But there's something about Mary. How about Down and Out in Beverly Hills? That's one I loved from the 80s, you know?
Oh, someone mentioned or Whole Damn Enchilada Pod says no Coming to America or Trading Places.
Trading Places is right there. 48 Hours would have been considered.
Would you have accepted Eddie Murphy Raw or Richard Pryor Live on the Sunset Strip, a stand-up comedy film?
Those almost got to be stand on their own because I could easily do 20 of those.
All right.
But they were
Next
movies.
up. Yeah. All right. Next up, guys. Moving on to action. Who's the action man of the night? Let me see your moves. Let me see your kicks. Oh, yeah. No?
This one was fucking hard.
Yeah,
man.
Colonel's just looking at his phone like, yeah, I'm the action guy.
I usually do this. That's my action.
No, dude. I'm saying literally, this was fucking hard. Like literally, the top 3, I'm sold on, but I can put a million different other ones. Again, comedies and action is where I'm at outside of horror. Like these are my 2 favorite fucking genres.
Jesus, and Lorena's already
got
got
happy with my list.
Lorena and Tarek already have an action list out. Fuck,
Good
dude.
Lord.
I'm just saying there are so many action movies I love that this was really a bitch getting these 5. But I'm just telling you, these profoundly moved me, all 5 of these. So that's why I went with these 5.
Well,
Yeah, I was going to let Lorena know now before I even get my list. When we get to it, when we get to hers, she's my best friend tonight because she mentioned one that I really doubted anybody would fucking mention. So I'm like, okay.
now I got to go back and look at her list.
Yep. We'll see. I'm saying I'm just looking at the counter. The count, you guys are really yapping it up out there. Keep it up.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Ziggy, you get to kick it off on this one. You want the list now, or do you
I
want
have
to?
nothing to set up on this one. You ruined my monologue on the last one, so just go ahead.
Yeah. Damn.
All right.
There we go.
We go. Action movies. Who doesn't love them? And there's 100. You could pick 100 fucking action movies. Kill or Be Killed was considered for my list. That's how fucking deep I go with this shit. Okay. Who's out there with me for that one? All right. Good guys
nobody.
wear black. How about that? Huh? Woo, Chuck Norris. There's a bunch. It's a whole bunch of shit. I'm an old bastard. But action, it starts profoundly moved me. Memories, saw them several times, went back to the theater and saw them, just loved them all, except one of these, number 2. We'll get to that later. Everybody say it, man, for number 5. Flesh.
We were all out of fucking key.
Hey, remember one of them?
Bullshit. I was on key. Fuck you guys.
It sounded all right from here because I waited even so I'd catch the delay and everything, you know. Hopefully it sounded okay. Anyways, yes, it's cheesy. It's awful. It's misdirecting. It's like sexual. They aimed it at 10-year-old kids like myself when this got released. But I loved it because Queen did the fucking soundtrack. And BK, man, we would reenact the football scene in his basement because we had the record and stuff, man. It was fantastic. And they have a badass DVD out of it now. And if you don't have it, you should get it. But Flash Gordon, wow. Just love it. Still love it. One of the few movies I went to where the entire audience stood up and applauded at the end of it in 1980. So there you go.
Wow.
They have low expectations for the films they want to watch.
Dude, sold out theater. I mean, sold out one of those giant fucking big screens too, you know, and it was like, what the fuck? Everybody stood up and cheered.
In 1980.
1980.
Like,
my people.
Number
4, it was a highly anticipated sequel, and for a while it was, you couldn't beat this. The tech, the shit they did, the effects were amazing. Terminator 2, Schwarzenegger came back and took the whole fucking world and stuck it on its ear. 1991. I mean, am I wrong? Did you guys?
No.
Was anybody not blown away by Terminator 2?
No.
I mean,
Dude is a shit. Especially like when in the scene where he's in the dude's house and he cuts the skin off his arm, peels it off. Like a 6-year-old colonel was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Number 6. Number 6, as you always say.
Yeah, I mean, it's in there. Number 3, I didn't know what to expect going to see this, and man, this if you know, this didn't cement you as a Carpenter fan and his storytelling. Escape from New York, Kurt Russell, Snake fucking Plissken, man. Lee Von Cleef is the fucking heavy, you know, a little bit of Tom Atkins even. Adrian Barbeau. It's just a great fucking movie, man. A great fucking weird, even though it's dated now because of the years on the screen. They should have left it kind of a little more generic, but I still love going back to this one all the time, man. Escape from New York, along with another one on this list. This one, number 2, I was going to a girl's house to watch movies and stuff, and I'm thinking, cool, get the movies on, and then you know what's happening. I fell in love with this. I was locked into this fucking movie, man. True fucking romance. I mean, the characters, everybody's so fucking over the top. The action is top notch. The dialogue is fantastic. Tarantino. It's just great, man. And it's just fun. And it's star-studded cast. Everybody came in and did a little cameo, and they make this great-ass movie like this. And
just to clarify, Tarantino's script. Scott film. Just to clarify.
I'm saying when I talked about the dialogue, you know, that's all.
Right.
And then, of course, number 1, of course, the fucking Warriors, man. Come out and play. There's a million other movies you could put on here, too. But again, profoundly, this is a movie you would rent and watch 10 or 12 times in a fucking row when it was on. When I had early cable television, this one was one, and they would run it. They'd play 2 movies all night. This one and another one. This one and another one. And when they did this, the one weekend it was the Warriors and Escape from New York. I went nowhere from Friday to Sunday. That's all I did was watch that over and over and over again. So there you have it. The fucking Warriors, stylized gang violence at its best.
Good list there, Ziggy.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. I can't get to the
I'm
drops right
all
now.
I'll clap for myself.
All right.
Yeah, and I'd be honest, if I was watching True Romance with a chick, I would be paying more attention to Patricia Arquette as Alabama than I would the chick I was watching it with, man. Don't know why. She's absolutely gorgeous in that movie. I always thought so. I was like, damn.
I was just thinking, True Romance, what the fuck? You know, because I didn't know.
You didn't know anything about the movie. You just knew the title.
Idea going in fucking cold, you know.
You were thinking you were going in to watch something like Love Actually or some bullshit.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a sap, and I was like, you know what? I know what I'm going to be doing, you know, and shit. Wow. Just totally blown back, and locked into a great fucking movie.
By the way, Ziggy, one other thing I want to say about your list. I appreciate the short titles.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah.
You could have even went NY for New York there, and it would have sufficed.
No.
To save a few more letters.
I could have, but no. I don't do that. How often do I abbreviate hardly anything in our text chats?
Never.
Except for like DCS and Curse Your Luck. Those are the, only acronyms I use pretty much.
God,
So.
I got a million fucking. We can talk about a couple on the back list that didn't make it here.
Oh yeah, no. And we've already got like 7 lists submitted from everybody else too. So
Actions,
yeah.
but there's so many.
stay tuned.
Yes.
All right, moving on. FaZe, you get to go next.
All right.
Boom, and whoa, wait.
Hmm?
Yeah, there we go. Boom.
Boom. All right. Man, once again, the number 5 spot was tough. It was almost Pulp Fiction. It was almost Casino, but I went with Reservoir Dogs. I do love me some Tarantino.
Mr. Pink.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's just, there's not a lot to say. It's a great movie. Go watch it if you haven't. And the same goes with pretty much any Tarantino film. Just watch them, God damn it. Moving on to another film that you absolutely must watch, The Matrix. Oh, I fucking love this movie so much.
Another one that I went to not knowing what it was, dude, and just
Man.
what the fuck is going on until you know.
Sure. Now that was one my dad showed me, so a ton of nostalgia. The Matrix is always a big love for me. And of course, number 3, I had to get some Star Trek in there. I mean, look at this wreath I got behind me.
Hell
Fucking had to get some Star Trek in there. And I was thinking, of all the movies, which one do I want to do? Because I was hesitant to do The Wrath of Khan, because that's like everybody's pick for the best Star Trek movie, but
It's the best one.
it's like the empire of Star Trek movies. It really is. It's the one that's got it all. It's fantastic. You can't go wrong with Wrath of Khan. It's so good.
Speaking of your wreath, I haven't seen Bill in the comments tonight. Is he around there? I think I saw Gina earlier.
Maybe.
I don't remember seeing Bill.
See, we're not doing horror movies. They're like, fuck that. Out.
Fair enough. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're all good. Kill Bill, and I'm counting both films as one.
Right.
I fucking love these movies. So once again, it's something my dad showed me. Probably way younger than I should have, but fuck, I was really into it. I loved it. Man, I don't really want to spoil anything. It's just a murder fest. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It's so good.
Very
actually-
stylized. It is bloody, but when it gets really bloody, it goes black and white. So don't worry.
Yeah. I actually, back in the day, before this was made, I actually got an advanced copy of the script, both of them, because he wrote them as like one.
Sure.
And it was like 300 and something pages. It was ridiculous, but it was good.
I'm probably like 13 to answer the question on the age, but 13, 14 in that range. Then my number 1, of course, it was going to be Kill Bill for the longest time, but I was thinking about it, and I'm like, man, The Warriors. I'm always ranting and raving about this movie. I'm always talking about it. I'm always in love with it. I could pop it in and watch it at any point, whereas Kill Bill, I kind of have to be in the mood for it. I don't have to be in the mood for The Warriors. The Warriors will instantly put you in the mood in the first 10 seconds. It's just that good of a movie. I just treasure it so much. It had to be number 1. I can't say any more about it.
All right. Excellent list, Faye.
That's a good list.
Good list, face.
Thanks, Bill.
There's
It's
our
the wrong
Bill.
drop. But there's Bill. All right. All right. Before we move on, there's a comment I can't avoid. Bobby says, The Warriors being on 2 of your number 1 movies that you guys picked. Myself being gay, watching The Warriors, it just seemed like a bunch of gay guys trying to fight for their territory, dressing up and makeup and doing
my
dance
God.
routines. Freaking love this movie.
That's a way to look at it.
You know what I mean? Stylized it
I
so
mean, he's not wrong.
I mean,
He's not.
You can't have a bunch of guys walking around with their faces painted, wearing fucking baseball uniforms. But what the fuck, man? But I love it. I fucking love this shit, man.
I need to watch it again now just to have that version in my head so I can interpret it that way.
I think
that's
if
fucked
one
up.
of you would be fucking interesting. But I like that. He's not wrong.
Just put Dead or Alive on in the background. Dun, dun, dun,
That's
dun,
good.
dun, dun, dun,
That's
dun.
really good.
That makes the line come out and play a little bit different
Oh
in my head now.
no! You ruined the
Damn,
movie
man.
for me now.
Bobby, what have you done?
I'm just kidding. No, that's all. You turned it into a comedy for me.
That's funny, man. I don't care. I fucking love the Warriors. I'll fucking fight to the death. I'll take on the Furies and the Turnbull ACs, all of them. Bring them on.
Oh God, thank you, Bobby, for
that.
Tonight, yeah.
for a great laugh. Right there.
That whole beach scene at the end takes on a totally different meaning for me just thinking about it. I mean, the poor guy's already down on his fucking knees. Like,
Oh,
Good
shit.
Lord.
I've seen other movies.
That's funny.
You Warriors are good.
Real good.
Good.
The best.
The best. The rest is ours. Yeah, we don't need to take it from there. You know what I mean?
What maybe we should do? Could we get away with doing a gay reading of the Warriors script?
Not today, probably not.
Well, not today, but like next week. No, I'm just.
No,
kidding.
I'm not talking like I'm not going to say today.
Saying not today in this day.
I know.
That'd be funny.
That would be hysterical, man. All right, I gotta get back on track here.
What the fuck?
All right, action movies. No introduction needed. Going in hot. Starting with Heat. One of Michael Mann's greatest fucking movies of all time. Michael Mann has been a director I've been a fan of for years, and oddly did not like. I didn't love his TV show, Miami Vice, but loved his movies, and this is one of the greatest, if not greatest heist movies of the last 50 years at least. Great characters, great writing, great action, and they're finally getting around to making a sequel, it sounds like, or I think it's a prequel, actually, based on a book he put out a few years ago, Heat 2. So, curious to see what ends up going on with that. Now, granted, it's Michael Mann, so it's probably going to take 5 years for it to be done, but I'm curious to see that when it comes out. Yes, Ziggy, you looked quizzical for a second.
Shouldn't it be called like Heat -1 or something? You know,
The prequel?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't do the math when it comes to movies like that, but yeah, you're close.
The first thing I thought was
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Man, we haven't dropped that one in a while.
it never
Yeah,
fits.
I love
So I
that
saw a
one.
chance, I had to put it in. You know,
It used to fit a lot,
yeah.
but we've gotten better at this. Number 4, these guys have already talked about a little bit. True Romance, one of Tarantino's best scripts. Just not much more to say about it. Great characters, great dialogue.
Is there
two things he's great at?
Is this not one of the tensest scenes of all time? The Drexel scene when Clarence shows up to get Alabama's shit. That is the fucking bomb. The fucking music that's pumping in the background, and then
Dude, 2 words about that thing, or 3. Gary fucking Oldman.
oh, dude,
Hold every time dude's on fucking screen. I don't care who the fuck what anybody says.
I love when people put those compilation photos out there of like all the roles Gary Oldman has played and been like, and say something like, you know, now this is what an actor is, you know, because you look at any of his roles, he's so completely different in 90% of them, you know.
that's a fucking chameleon.
He's in another one of these movies that's on this list too.
Yeah.
So, and I know it's on at least somebody else's, a couple of you guys' list too, I think. But True Romance, great. Number 3, Escape from New York was one of those defining movies for me growing up. I watched that all the damn time. Had a bootleg of it recorded off TV or whatever, and then finally was able to get a non-edited for TV version, you know, a few years later. Love that movie.
One of Carpenter's greatest soundtracks too.
Yeah, probably. Not one of Carpenter's greater sequels, but
Let's not even.
are we
And we already know it's a sore subject with him as it is. So
are we offending you?
He fucking wrote it. He should be.
I don't want him mad at us though. If that somehow this gets to him. So
This will never get to him.
Yeah, this is never gonna get to him.
us saying we don't like Escape from L.A. It's
Even as a kid, I seen that before I seen Escape from New York, and I was like, "This movie sucks." My uncle's like, "You need to watch Escape from New York." I was like, "All right."
Well, dude, I was excited when LA came out. I was
Oh,
like,
dude.
fuck yeah. And then I that was one of the few times, one of the early times I remember walking out of the theater mad, just upset. Like this was not what I expected.
No, Bruce Campbell in it, all these characters, these great things, and it's a basketball thing and a surf off at the what the I sat there when the credits rolled.
Fuck you.
Absolutely. I hated it.
Very
I
nice.
still hate it.
Number 2, American, called The Professional. Europe, called Leon. Here, now, we're calling it Leon the Professional. Jean Reno, great role. Natalie Portman's first role, wasn't it? I think.
I think it was her first, like,
If not, breakout
wide
role for
release.
sure.
Yeah. You know, I think she had done something before that, but
I think she looks back at this role a little bit differently now.
Yeah, I'm sure she does.
it's a bit.
I look back at the role differently now. Like, what the fuck?
That's why it's on a different list for me.
Oh, okay. But I think it's a beautiful movie.
It is.
I think it's an amazing movie. All the performances all the way around are fucking solid. I'm honestly, I'm kind of shocked it's not number 1 for me. I was really close to putting it at number 1, but Tarantino's first film, I went to see this in the theater. Ziggy, did you see this in the theater?
Reservoir Dogs, no.
No.
I was told that you must drop everything and rent this now.
But that was like 6 months later.
Yeah, when 3
Right.
months something after it released.
At this point in 92, 93, I was going to the movies all the time. It didn't matter if it was a movie I had seen advertised or not. I was going to the movies. And this was back in the day when I would, be able to spend hours at the theater and just 2 or 3 movies a day. And I stumbled into this one, went immediately back to the video store I worked at and got like 2 or 3 of the people that were getting off work at 4 and 6 and said, "Hey, we're going to the night show of this.
You got to see this."
Yeah, you got to see this." And then I worked at a Blockbuster, and there were 7 Blockbusters in my town. Went to another Blockbuster the next day and grabbed people from there. And I took at least 20 people to see this movie. Fucking loved it. And, it launched his career and, kind of revitalized a couple other actors that had kind of stalled out. And it's not necessarily an original story, but done so well and so differently that I fucking love it. So Reservoir Dogs number 1.
Good list, Crank.
God
For
damn,
one.
Frank. I
Best
mean,
one.
Goddamn Crank what? Like a good goddamn or a bad goddamn?
I like
That's a
that.
good goddamn list.
I
I
like
think
it.
my titles were shorter than yours this time.
Oh, come on. Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah,
Nope.
except for Star Trek.
Star Trek, go fuck
Everything
yourself.
but Star Trek, though,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, you got 2 lines. 2 lines for 1 movie. Fuck you.
You could have made 2 lines of Escape of New York. Oh well,
But I didn't, did I?
but you didn't.
But I didn't. All right, Colonel.
Saving the best for last on action. Not really, because like I said, I'm not sold on my list. I kind of wish I would have gave this one more thought. Like Crank, it would have been taking me fucking days
Dude.
for this one. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm just going to stick with it." I'm a little ashamed. I'm going to give one quick honorable mention. You guys should be happy I didn't put Hard Target on this list because seeing Jean-Claude Van Damme try to play a Cajun is fucking hilarious. I love that movie because it's so bad. But now we'll get to the real list.
God damn it. Hard
Coming at
target.
number 5. Dude, I love Hard Target. Shut the fuck up. But coming at number 5, The Matrix.
Hell yeah.
I remember seeing this in the theaters when it first came out because obviously it was around Columbine and you had all that controversy, and that was that age group where, you know, it just, I had to see it for the controversy. They were talking about, oh, can I take this to see this movie? They took me, and my mind was fucking blown away. Don't know if it'd actually be at my number 5, but this movie made such a huge impact on me when it first came out. And I'm still so disappointed with the way the trilogy ended. Still bummed all these years later. But that's all right, because The Matrix was the shit. Coming at number 4, again, seen L.A. first. Uncle, you got to watch Escape from New York. Absolutely loved it. These guys stroked this movie's cock enough. I'll move on to number 3, Bloodsport. I had to put Van Damme in here somewhere, and I'm telling you, anytime Bloodsport showed up on HBO, I sat my ass down and fucking watched it. Like all that shit. It had Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds in it. Like, this movie was fucking awesome. Okay, USA. That's some shit I still do with my brother all these years later. Say okay to something. Great kung fu flick. Again, Jean-Claude Van Damme, terrible fucking. I appreciate that he doesn't even try to change his accent at this point. Like, you know, he accepts who he is.
Hey,
and I'm okay with that. Coming at number 2 is probably my second favorite John Carpenter film, Big Trouble in Little China. Can't get enough of this movie. I could watch it over and over and over again. Jack Burton's the shit. Like, because what inspired me to see this movie was it was on this channel Star 64 here. It was like the Saturday matinee movie. And I seen the guys. I was like, hey, that's Raiden for Mortal Kombat. Because I didn't know any better at the time. So I sat down and watched this movie and just fell in love with it since then. And coming in at number 1, wow, 3 of us really enjoy gay gang comedies. The Warriors. Hands down, one of my favorite movies of all time. I literally could have watched this over and over and over again. Was there not to love about the Warriors? You got, like I say, you got the matching costumes. Just that's so good, man. So good, so quotable.
Well, what a great fucking adventure. I mean, here's your mission. Get home. You got to get home, but you got to go through the hostels, you know?
And it's a simple fucking premise. It's simple. It's great, man.
It's great, creepy fucking music that fits it. It's all tense and fucking, you know what I mean? It's so good, man.
And like I said, the matching uniforms don't bother me. It does some people. They're like, oh, it's cheesy. I'm like, just ignore it. Just enjoy it for what it is. Just the orphans, like that whole scene. It's a
little dated, the dialogue and stuff.
Well, of course. Yeah. I mean, the movie. Come on, of course. Most of these movies are going to be dated. I mean, The Matrix is dated as fuck right now, isn't it? Right now.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Warriors, and I really wish Rockstar. All right, you're worried about John Carpenter. They might hear us. Hopefully, Rockstar hears this. Mm-hmm. Give us a legit upgrade to the Warriors video game.
Yes, please.
We need that. Fuck that GTA shit. Update the Warriors. Let us have it. I want to play King of the Hill again.
That was their best game.
Modern graphics.
Somebody mentioned the PS2 game. I want to say it was Luke, but don't.
I think it was Luke. Yeah, I should have.
I just played King of the Hill awesome. A week ago, man. I had bought that like it's on my PS4, but it ported over to my 5 too, and still plays. I fucking love it. Yes, make a fucking upgraded one. I will buy it. I'm committed.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I think this came up earlier with our Warriors discussion, but BK says, fuck you all.
Yeah, he's the man. He knows. That's fuck you all means he's down. He's happy. Mm-hmm. 3 of us.
Well, yeah, three of us picked it, but I think he's talking about the discussion where we played it a little bit weird. So
come on, maybe you're telling me you didn't think that he might be, because I sure as hell did.
Rembrandt. Oh,
I haven't watched. I'll be honest, I haven't seen that movie enough to have the appreciation that you guys have for it. I'll just put it that way.
Let's just say Rembrandt had really good instinct of what his surroundings were,
because he was not interested. Clear as day. That they were barking up the wrong tree. That's all I'm going to say. But you're right. He saved the day in that scene.
Well, there you go, BK. There's another plot there for you, a possibility. Yeah. Oh boy, the Warriors. I love it.
Okay.
Got
Let's,
12 lists.
yeah, we got 12 lists to go through here.
Yeah,
So
9:30.
Wow, we're gonna have to speed it up.
We're
here.
probably gonna go over a little bit, but that's okay.
That's okay.
that's all right.
You don't have
All
anything
right.
important to do at work, do you?
It's not the people that are going to fucking play video games after this, and I got to try to go to sleep.
All right. Lorena's list first. Number 5, tell them Johnny Watt is here.
That's right.
Number 4, The Exterminator. Number
Oh,
3,
wow.
Number 3, Street Fighter and Return of Street Fighter. That one gets Colonel's approval.
Nice.
Dude, he ripped those dick balls off, man.
Chiba.
It's fucking awesome.
And if you've seen True Romance, you know about the Street Fighter.
You do.
Or if you watch Kill Bill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 2, The Big Doll House, and number 1, Vigilante.
Vigilante.
Thank you, Lorena. Tarek says this changes too much tonight. I guess Equilibrium at number 5, number 4, Lockout, number 3, Gladiator. All right, good call. Number 2, Born Identity. I need to watch those. And number 1, John Wick. John Wick climbing up. That's interesting.
Ah, man. See,
They're good action flicks, man.
It is a good. They're great flicks. I'm surprised to see them on anyone's like number 1. I think is all I'm saying.
John Wick's not too surprising. That one's pretty up there. No
I'm
Mission
interested in
Impossible.
those Bourne films
Top
too.
Gun. Nobody put Top Gun.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
Maybe on the dramas.
We've still got 10 lists to go.
Yeah.
And as much as I liked like even the current Mission Impossible movies and Top Gun,
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick was better, honestly.
Top Gun
original.
doesn't. I don't know.
Some of the flicks I was kicking around for mine were Predator, Midnight Run, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Godzilla -1, Pulp Fiction, and Taken.
Temple of Doom is possible in mine. Love Temple of Doom.
No.
Oh,
Joshua's got his list. Number 5, The Warriors. Number 4, Die Hard, which again, probably that's definitely in my honorable mentions. Number 3, Commando. 2,
Great.
Cobra.
Great.
And number
Fuck yeah.
1, Terminator 2.
Fuck.
Dude, look how short those titles are too. That would have made a great. That would have made a.
Nice and easy.
Yes. That would have made a great list, Joshua. Thank you. Patricia, here we go. Number 1, Kung Fu Hustle. 2, Battle Royale.
Oh, wow.
3,
Ooh, that's
Number 3.
Royale is- many would consider that a horror movie, but I get you. I accept.
All right.
I accept.
Number 3, Mad Max Fury Road. Number 4, Action Mutante or Mutant Action.
Action.
Number 5, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Honorable mention, Bloodsport, Die Hard, Enter the Dragon.
Yes.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, The Goonies, The Warriors, and Kill Bill. Very nice. Nice list.
Right. Absolutely.
And here comes Luke with Predator, number 1. Good pull. That's in my honorable mentions. 2, Hard Boiled.
Wow.
3, Die Hard with a Vengeance?
That is good.
Interesting. 4, Point Break, another good one.
Yeah.
And 5, Total Recall. Good list, man. Good.
I'd probably save the claps till after.
Yeah, can we do everybody's list first, then do the
Get all at once. We're clapping.
Yeah.
baby.
Holy crap, dude.
Give it everyone their due.
We click it. We're both like,
I want to kill you right now because I got to edit those out of the PC.
I'm just cracking up because of that, what he just said, and because of Colonel over there, like, motherfucker, that's 10 extra seconds I could be sleeping. But then I'm also laughing because of this. I think we were due to get this. BK. Number 5, Commando. Number 4, Terminator. Number 3, Die Hard. Number 2, Rambo, the original.
Rambo.
And number 1, The Warriors.
You
So
know,
you're saying Rambo the original? You talking about First Blood, or you talking
First
about
Blood.
Rambo
First
Part
Blood.
2?
I think he's talking about First Blood.
I
Okay,
dug
that's-
every Rambo but Part 3. I really like them all, but First Blood and First Blood Part 2 are fucking hands
Hell
down.
yeah.
But then you got the self-titled Rambo movie when he turns that 50 cal on that dude in the fucking Jeep, just disintegrates him. It's fucking awesome.
I remember
Sorry.
seeing that in a trailer.
Sidetrack.
Get the fuck
Not
out of
not
here.
not a full list, but Twisted Twinning. The twins say Into the Spider-Verse and Die Hard are two that quickly come to mind. Good
Dude,
call.
Into the Spider-Verse movies are fucking amazing. I was so pissed
loved
off to find out that second one was a part 1 of a 2.
Yeah.
I had no clue. I was like, this is a good movie. Then I was like, what the fuck?
I watched going, shit, we've been in here like almost 2 hours and it's like they're not wrapping anything up yet. What's going on here?
Grizzly says Die Hard, Princess Bride,
Uh-huh.
excellent. Big Trouble in Little China, Kung Fu Hustle, The Great Escape,
Yeah.
and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Yes,
Oh,
very good.
my God. Gosh, damn, man. Excellent.
And Sue's got one. Mama Faye says Seven Samurai,
I remember
The
that.
Matrix, Die Hard, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Kill Bill. Yeah, Colonel, you have Temple of Doom higher than Raiders?
Yes. It's more of a nostalgia reason. I'll be
That
honest.
is interesting.
Raiders probably is the better movie, but Temple of Doom just holds a special place in my heart, man.
Okay.
I'll be
Raiders
honest.
is
I'm
another
sure
one
it's a
of
better movie. I wouldn't argue that, but
Saturday afternoon, it was raining, rode our bikes to the theater, and it was like whatever we wanted to see was sold out. So we went and saw Raiders of the Lost Ark. Didn't know what it was. And was
Great
just
experience, I'm sure.
stayed in the theater and watched it again. We just ducked down and
Wow.
yeah, that's how sick it was, man. It's like fuck,
Nice.
you know.
All right, Paula. No particular order. Die Hard, Big Trouble in Little China, Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, and Godzilla. All of them except that Matthew Broderick abomination.
man, fuck that
Yeah.
movie, dude. I was pissed. Because I had seen that after Leon the Professional. I was like, oh man, it's got Leon in it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Hey, he had to get a paycheck, man.
That was the first movie I saw in a stadium theater when that shit first broke out.
Ugh,
Yeah, so
that's kind of a waste.
How you gonna turn Godzilla into a goddamn iguana? What?
Oh, and Tarek has a correction. Replace number 5 would be The Raid Redemption, 4 Lockout, Gladiator, Born Identity, John Wick. All right.
Nice.
And wait. Oh, it looks like BK changed his list too. 5, Commando. 4, Terminator. Terminator 1 or 2? Curious. Just curious. 3, Apocalypse Now. 2, Precinct 13. Assault on Precinct 13. And number 1,
Nice.
The Warriors.
Warriors.
Hell yeah.
See,
The Warriors deodorant.
It almost, yeah, I was getting ready to say it. Almost sounds like deodorant.
yeah.
I guess I'm just a nerd here. I mean, I almost put Lord of the Rings on mine, but nobody ended up mentioning it.
Phase. Here's what here. All right, before we so
Fuck.
there's 2 franchises I absolutely fucking adore. Lord of the Rings trilogy, not the Hobbit series, I can do without, and the original Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah.
Tell me not to put any of these movies on any of my lists. I classify them more as fantasy or science fiction. That's why it is off.
That's fair.
But yeah,
Yeah, what he said.
Okay.
trust me.
I had
tell
to
me
bring
not
it
put
up
them
at
in there.
least.
See, and Grizzly, I would go with you on that. I think Last Crusade is my favorite of the
Everybody knows Crystal Skull's better.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's face it, the Raiders of the Lost Ark. I mean, first it had all the traps and everything that were really cool that you weren't ready for, and then the end when the guys fucking melt. Come on, man.
No, don't. Great movie. I'm just saying, I love Connery and Harrison Ford's relationship in 3.
Fantastic.
So fucking perfect. So, Joshua even mentions Last Boy Scout. Good pull.
Mhm.
I've you know what? I did watch that recently again, and there are a couple of legs in it now where you're kind of like a little cringy.
Really?
Yeah, but it still pays off, you know.
He also mentions The Fifth Element.
It's Elements.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, man. It's a great one.
Tarek says Hard Boiled. Awesome for the action sequences.
I mean, there's
Sequences?
so many. That one Stallone one where he goes to jail, lock up, or lock in, or whatever, where he goes in there, and it's Donald Sutherland is the fucking warden.
Gina says Top Gun was one of the main reasons I went into the military.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
Very cool.
Bronson's here. He's got top 5 comedies. We'll go back. We'll go on that for a
Yeah,
minute.
man, throw it out there.
No particular order. School of Rock, Mrs. Doubtfire, Uncle Buck, My Cousin Vinny, and Shanghai Noon.
God, my cousin Vinny. Fuck.
I almost did Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny, man. It was sad not putting any of Jack
Faith.
Black.
I love Tenacious D, but after you watch the episodes from Mr. Show and everything, and then watch that movie, no way, dude. That is not Tenacious D.
Pick of Destiny. I'm sorry. It had moments. I'm not even going to shit on it. I'm just saying it wasn't for me, man. I was just like,
I mean, it's you got to be in the mood for it. That's for sure. I was very stoned watching that one.
It's just watered down, fucking.
Yeah. The episodes, the series is.
Oh, the series is a gajillion times better, of course.
Good, man.
There's a series.
Yeah.
It's just their little
Wow.
episodes.
Okay.
Mr. Show.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
HBO.
considered like a series, but yeah, it's.
Well, they were big.
I just
They're on
didn't-
Max if you're curious, but
Yeah,
I just didn't know.
Mr. Show. Just watch that. Like, they're not.
I remember-
on one, but they. Pop
I
in.
remember Mr. Show, but I don't remember Tenacious D being in that. But
Sure.
all right, I got to hit this before we move on. BK says, my wife just asked why I like a gay musical about 70s gangs.
Well, you better not show up here with a black eye, man, for Thanksgiving. All right.
Dude, don't joke about that.
Nah, he's good. She'll kick the shit out of him if he tries that.
All right.
All right.
Let me. Oh, Boondock Saints. Yep.
Ooh.
Fuck. What about like Krull or the Beastmaster? None of that shit made it up there either.
No, that made it. Yep. Okay. I was looking for that to highlight. Thank you, Faze. You found it right when I was getting ready to it. All right. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Now we get serious, folks. Top 5 dramas, and Faze gets to kick it off. So.
Oh shit! Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
Oh,
Hell yeah, man! Another one with the number 5 kind of changed on me. Let's see. I gotta actually look. What did I originally have? I had Shawshank as number 5. But that's not
right.
number 4.
right
Django
next to you.
Unchained was the one that I pulled.
Oh,
I
yeah.
almost had that on my list, but then I moved Godfather to number 5. Those are just, man, those movies go hard. I do have to be in the mood to watch them, but man, I do love them. Shawshank Redemption, definitely the best Stephen King film adaptation. I mean, it kind of goes without saying.
better
Because,
than
I mean-
Maximum Overdrive?
I would say so, but there's just not a lot of competition going there anyway. Let's be honest, except for like The Shining and a few others. But I mean, you know,
I was gonna say with Frank and go up.
But The Shining's not even a great adaptation. It's just a great film.
that's true. I can accept that.
It's a great director that makes that film more significant than the adaptation part of it.
Mhm.
All right, and then Full Metal Jacket for number 3. I have a lot of nostalgia for this one. My dad loved this movie. He played it all the time, so I saw it a lot. It's a really good one. It's intense. It's crazy.
you know what's funny?
It's memorable.
Full Metal Jacket is listed in my honorable mentions of comedies because I think this movie's fucking hilarious. I can't take it as a drama. It's a
I
fucking
saw
comedy.
that. I saw it in your comedies. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to ask Colonel about that one later.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
definitely
no.
gonna. I'm
Don't
curious
know.
about that too.
That's funny.
Jesus.
Then number 2, one I'm definitely the only one that's seen this. El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie. It serves as a sequel, as a follow up to the finale, to kind of tie up the final loose ends. Not a lot of people like it because it's really fucking slow, but I love it. I think it ties off the ribbons beautifully. It finishes off what it needs to finish off, and I adored every moment of it. It had to be on the list. And it's Breaking Bad, motherfucker. It's my favorite show. And then, of course, Saving Private Ryan. Just talk about a movie that goes fucking hard. Jesus Christ. I love this movie. And honestly, it's been enhanced for me ever since my mom revealed to me that my great-grandfather actually fought on that coast in that battle.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
it's, a little bit more enhanced for me now after knowing that. So it's pretty cool. I had to put it as my number one. It's such a great movie. Really heavy. And yeah, that's all I got to say.
It's a good list.
Yeah, excellent list. Saving Private Ryan was the first movie I ever saw in an IMAX theater. You want to talk about
that? Would be crazy.
That was jarring, dude. That was because I mean I didn't know what to expect going to an IMAX theater. That would have been whatever year that came out. So almost 20 something years ago, probably, or almost 20 at least, 30, I guess. Really.
Wow.
When was that? 96?
96.
Was it?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so about 30, 28. So, wow, dude. We walked out of there, our ears were ringing. Like, it was intense. Fucking intense.
I would love to catch that in the theater. IMAX or not. I mean, just in a theater at all.
Yeah, that would be interesting to check. All right, good list, Phase. Moving on to me this time. All right.
Jesus Christ, here we go.
Yeah, we'll get the weird shit out of the way now. Actually, I don't think my list of dramas is really that weird. But you guys tell me. We'll see. Number 5, a very not talked about movie very often, but you want to talk about an all-star cast? Check out Magnolia. Everybody from the late 90s was in this movie, including Tom Cruise in a role that, and honestly, probably Tom Cruise's best role ever. And that's saying a lot. I'm not a huge fan of Tom Cruise's acting most of the time, but in this, he shows off his chops. Number 4, American History X. Probably, if I had to guess, one of the most important movies that has happened in the last 30 years. And that's coming from after the original script was completely butchered by the studios, and this director's vision was completely mangled, and he's gone on the record as basically absolving himself from this film. But still, amazing movie. Number 3, Philadelphia, Academy Award-winning turn for Tom Hanks in this one. I want to say a second in a row. This movie fascinates me, and I think it was watching people I knew in the late 90s or mid to late 90s, kind of going through both Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington's story. Because you had people that were getting sick and not doing well, and then you had the people that had very little idea about what this AIDS virus was, but didn't, for a while at least, didn't care to know. And the dynamic and the relationship that grows between Tom Hanks's character, I need to watch this again. I haven't seen it in a while, but the relationship between Tom Hanks's character and Denzel Washington's character in this is fucking fascinating to watch over the 2+ hours of this movie. Brilliant movie. Number 2, Field of Dreams. This one, a little bit of nostalgia for me on this one. This one always kind of makes me think of my dad. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Number 1. Oh, by the way, shirt check. I'm wearing the JFK Phantasm shirt. Sorry,
Wow.
Grizzly. I meant to do this earlier.
Oh,
But-
I thought we were just doing Ziggy's shirt check because he's the only one not wearing more.
Right. I dug this out just for this. I know Oliver Stone is a very controversial director. And I know the JFK story is a very discombobulated entry in American history. But I think I was already kind of a self-imposed student of the JFK conspiracy theories and everything before 92 or 91 when this movie came out. And I remember me and my buddy JJ went to see this movie opening night. Remember JJ from Dallas. We went to see this on the opening night and just fucking loved it. Now, granted, don't take everything in this movie as historically accurate, clearly. But this is one of those 3-hour movies that I can literally watch anytime. Like, if anyone were to ever come in and be like, "Hey, you feel like watching JFK?" Yes, I do. Stop what you're doing because I'm about to watch some JFK. I don't know why I almost turned into the Humpty Dance there, but yeah, there we go. Yeah, top 5 dramas right there. JFK topping the list for me.
That's a really good list. I'm kind of ashamed of myself for not thinking of Field of Dreams because it's a really good fucking movie.
It's one of the greatest movies out there, honestly. Like I love that movie. I get a little sentimental when I watch that though. Actually, most of these movies besides JFK, most of these movies can make me cry at the end. I'll say that. So, all right, Colonel, you're up next.
All right, before the list, I guess so shirt check. I guess I was basic.
All right.
I just kind of grabbed a shirt out of the closet, just my City of the Living Dead shirt, nothing special.
Yeah.
And I had to break my movies up a little bit for dramas because I noticed a theme, and you guys are still going to notice a theme. You're going to know what kind of dramas I really fucking dig.
Yeah.
So in at number 5, I have Goodfellas. Probably the second best mobster movie ever fucking made, in my opinion. We followed Henry Hill. Just a good gangster movie, man. All in all, especially the scene where they got the dude in the fucking trunk, but they have to stop and eat with the Italian, stereotypical Italian mother, makes them all a big giant fucking meal, and it's just watching the fucking plane wreck, the train wreck, whatever, car wreck crash. Towards the end of the fucking movie, when he's all coked out of his fucking mind, and just so fucking good. Probably about the only movie that makes me emotional on my list. Coming in at number 4 is A Time to Kill. This movie really hit me hard as a kid. Like, I knew, wow, those are like some bad people. I became a girl dad, and I'm like, I would do the same exact thing. I would kill a motherfucker if that ever happened. And I'm not really a violent person. I'm not. I'm honestly just a big giant fucking teddy bear. But that movie just hits fucking hard. That's damn. Like, there's some evil fuckers in this world. And they got what they fucking deserved. Yes, they deserve, I hope they burn in hell. Yes. Coming at number 3, probably one of the better movies ever made, though. It's hard to find a negative to say about this, Shawshank Redemption. Everybody's talked about it. We're going to move on. The Godfather.
There's one of the best movies ever made.
This is one of the best. I'll be honest, this is a better movie than my number 1 overall.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. I have a special place for number 1, but we're not going to talk about that yet. Just The Godfather, just a phenomenal fucking movie. My favorite actor of all time, obviously stars in it, as you can probably tell by my number 1. Which I'm a little disappointed I didn't put Dog Day Afternoon on my list now that I'm thinking about it.
You had it in the
That's in my honorable
mentions.
on here. They should have probably taken a time to kill. That's all right. I'm backtracking, guessing myself. That's The Godfather. Leave the gun, grab the cannoli. And coming in at number one, Scarface. Who doesn't love fucking Scarface, man? Again,
I do.
Godfather's a way better fucking movie, but Scarface to me is just more entertaining. Like Tony Montana is the fucking shit. It's just so hard not to love this movie, man, especially in my generation. It's kind of like when this movie got its second heat in pop culture and everybody was talking about it again. And this is one game that does not deserve a remake. It was fun, but I don't need it again. It's just, I don't know, man. It's so quotable. His accent is kind of fucked up. But it's still funny. It's just classic. Yeah, we're running out of time. I'll shut the fuck up.
Scarface, the world is yours.
Colonel, I will say this. This might be my favorite list of yours that you've ever done. This is a great list. And I'm not being smart ass. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not trying to be a dick. I love this list. These are all fucking wonderful films.
Thank you. I still feel like
What he's trying to say is this list is crank as fuck, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, it's funny because we mentioned it. God, this was years ago, Crank. I don't even know if you remember this discussion. I mentioned that, The Godfather is one of my all-time favorite movies. But
I freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, because we never really talk anything but horror when it comes to movies.
I do kind of remember that, but if I remember correctly, I was pretty blitzed at the time, wasn't I?
You were.
Yeah.
But yeah, because we never really sat down. Yes, we talk about movies outside of horror, but we never really been like, oh man, let's break down Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
So we don't really know this side of each other too much. I think
no, we don't. Which is why it's been kind of interesting to do. I mean, I know you guys out there watching had said, oh, this is going to be kind of interesting, and well, we're thinking the same fucking shit, because we don't talk about this. And lately, I mean, it's not like we get to go to the theater to see a whole lot outside of horror now anyway.
No.
So, yeah. There we go. Tarek says, Crank and Colonel's common ground is drama films. I'd have laughed if you had told me before now. Great list there, Colonel.
Thank you.
All right. Ziggy, you get to wrap us up on this, and then
Dramas.
We'll go through the 10 or 12
guest list so far.
Just 9? All right. All right, here we go.
Here we go. Boom! Look at this. Yes.
Now, by the way, Ziggy, before you get started, this is your least impressive list that you've ever done.
Crank, this is
I'm just kidding.
I've seen a typo there, Crank.
I see it too.
Wah, wah.
I'm not going to pay attention right now.
Number 5, right there, baby. Blood in,
nice.
Blood out. Another gang, prison, drug heist, undercover narc, cop. It's got everything, man. A heavy Latino flavor to it, and it's fantastic. I stumbled onto this HBO right at the start of the credits, going, "Oh, what's this?" And it's these punk kids running around, and man, you go through 30 years of their fucking life, and it is fucking fantastic. It's very good. Lots of drama, lots of just jaw-dropping moments where you're just like, holy shit, and it's kind of a depiction of, really crazy. The economics of prison and everything is spelled out in this one. It's very cool. And then you get a prison riot at the end. That's a great payoff. Number 4, I looked at this one, and
good pick.
There's other movies like this, but man, this one, I just really dig the style of it. I love the fact that this guy kind of lived it, and then he wrote it, and now he's the fucking big boss in it. A Bronx Tale, man.
And we saw him not too long ago, didn't we?
Yeah,
wasn't he at one of the Monster Manias we were at?
Oh, Chaz.
Yeah, not Chaz, but Chaz.
Chaz, yeah. The guy in the Bronx Tale. He might have been. you know, but I had nothing to get signed, and I think he was a little pricey. But
Probably.
I mean, what a great tale. The fucking biker gang in the bar. Need I say more? That is the scene. And now you can't leave. And excellent stuff, man. I'll move along. Got to get a Kevin Bacon movie in here, man. We got Sleepers at number 3. Kevin Bacon, you can love to hate in this particular movie, but a great revenge. And then the whole fucking scheme, if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it, but to fleece the system to get the guys off, knowing that they're shitty guys, but they did not deserve what happened to them as kids that put them on that path to begin with. It's a full circle film that's fucking great, and I love it. And
Oh, dude, if anybody out there has not seen Sleepers, I'm kind of shocked I ended up leaving it off my list because I do fucking love that movie too. Please, for the love of God, go watch it. If you watch anything that we have listed on our list, I would say that one.
It's just everybody's in it. You'll recognize everybody. It's just great, and you know the payoff is wonderful. De Niro is great. Sleepers, man, could have been number 1.
Hoffman's fantastic.
Yeah. God damn it! It's just chock full of great characters. Number 2, The Shawshank Redemption. I mean, Andy Dufresne, the fucking warden. Clancy Brown as the big lead guard. God, man, everybody is in this too. Morgan Freeman, fucking Red. Brooks, you know, he was here and he's gone now. But The Shawshank Redemption, man, it's a prison movie. It's old style prison movie, not like the Blood In, Blood Out where you get the modern kind of prison look. Different, but just as awful somehow.
Dude, next time we're in Horror Hound, we need to take a day. Well, it'd probably be. We could do it in a day trip and go to that prison.
Yeah,
just gotta go way earlier. That's all.
Yeah, you need to go through there. It's fascinating, dude.
I agree. I love it. And then, of course, number 1, I saw it in theaters. I fell in love with it. Then I actually purchased the European version because it's got a little bit more in there with her training and him trying to pound the psychology of a hitman into her, you know, and she just won't accept it because she's got the butterfly eyes for him and stuff. So, but Professional, as inappropriate as it is, it again has characters that are unforgettable, you know, and the action sequences, even though this is a drama list, I mean, it's the connection of, you know, Matilda and the hitman, and you know, you got Danny Aiello is the fucking guy that owns the bar, and the guy who puts him on these cases and shit. So
the bank,
dude, it's just fucking sweet. A great movie. Luc Besson, he needs more credit, you know, for putting out good product. You know what I mean?
He kind of got himself into some shit though. So
he's like the Argento of action movies, man. Like he made a bunch of good ones and then he really started falling off. I mean, but you still get The Fifth Element and you get stuff like that. Taken was probably the last good one he did.
Well, there's some personal things that are keeping him out of work too.
Whatever. Yeah, let's leave that alone. We're just talking about product made.
Right.
And style behind it, yes. But I love The fucking Professional. Jean Reno's performance is
Jean Reno.
Yes.
John.
He is he's good. The whole scene with getting the fat guy at the beginning and the way he stalks him down and catches him with the knife and then here, call this number.
Oh, he's like a shark, dude.
And just you can feel how fucking tense that would be through that guy, the way he portrayed it and shit. So I mean, this is a great fucking movie and well worthy of probably topping the action list or the drama list in this case. So there you go.
Good list.
And one of the greatest line deliveries by Gary Oldman, especially in history.
Which one? There's several.
There's a bunch, but
yeah.
My favorite is "Bring Me Everyone." What do you mean, boss? Everyone.
They're shaking.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah, great list, Ziggy.
Good list.
Yeah, thank you.
Minus. No, I'm just kidding. No, great list. No, I'm kind of pissed off. I didn't put Sleepers on because I love talking about that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, excellent.
Some of it, I had to. Here's what I left off: Tombstone, Escape from Alcatraz, Goodfellas, Rounders, The Doors, Bad Boys. Now I'm talking the one with Sean Penn.
Oh God, I hope so.
In the '80s, and Full Metal Jacket.
See, here's the two I wish I could have put on my list. I already mentioned one, Dog Day Afternoon. Love that movie. I'm a little disappointed I didn't see Taxi Driver on anybody's list. Like, I didn't put that on.
Hunter, The Deer Hunter.
Yeah.
Dude, you could put like 8 of De Niro's movies on a list.
Fuck. We got to make 10 on these next time, man.
We're not doing this again?
Probably not, no.
It's going to change.
Deer Hunter, that sucks.
If we did this again.
We'd have to have like a spin-off podcast or something eventually down the road where we can actually talk freely about more than just horror. Although Bobby says, I'm actually loving this one. I like that you guys are switching it up.
Yes.
And Luke says the same thing. Got to take an occasional break from horror. These are good discussions. So
it is fun.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I feel a bit cleansed, actually, I have to say.
Well,
you're welcome, because this is my idea.
Thank you, Faith.
We
get a raise.
Yeah, 10%. We have been kind of just burrowing into the horror for a while, so it is nice to get out and flex our wings a little bit on some other stuff too. All right,
wow.
Bronson's list. Let's go. Bronson says top 5, no particular order. Castaway, good one. Ooh. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, great one.
Man,
Everything Must Go. Funny People, good one. Hancock,
sure.
Great list, Bronson. Jesus,
man.
Lorena, Lucas, number 5. Number 4, good one. Number 4, Miss Firecracker. Number 3, Cooley High. Number 2, Ode to Billy Joe. Shit. Number 1, Ladybug.
Mm-hmm.
I say I don't think Lucas was a good movie for one of the Coreys.
Oh shit.
Sorry. Low hanging fruit.
Let's not bring. Well, they weren't low hanging at the time. Let's go to Luke. Luke says Requiem for a Dream. Good call. No shit. Number 2, American Beauty. Excellent. That was one of my honorable mentions. 3, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. 4, The Green Mile. Good call. And 5, The Shawshank Redemption. So wait. Okay, yeah, two King adaptations and not horror adaptations necessarily. Green Mile could be considered horror, couldn't it? A little bit of supernatural shit.
Bit of supernatural in it. But
Just
I'll let
just a little.
It's a reach.
We'll let it slide.
On the set of Lucas. Hey, Corey.
Fuck you!
That's what happened. Breaking news. Joshua's number 5, The Green Mile. Number 4, Blood In, Blood Out. Number 3, Stand By Me.
Oh, there you go.
There. Now that brings up a good discussion. Which is the better adaptation, Shawshank Redemption or Stand By Me? Both based on short stories, but fleshed out into great stories.
Well, I'm going to go to Shawshank, but they ignore my opinion. I'm not an expert.
Number 2, Donnie Darko. Number 1, The Shawshank Redemption. So he even agrees that it's The Shawshank Redemption.
I agree.
I love Stand By Me, though.
Well, yeah. It's right there.
Stephen King's
you
right
have
there.
to think about it. You can't just pull it. You gotta.
You almost have to like. I'd almost have to, at least for me, like really get in and diagnose the films, like deconstruct them both, just to see if I can come up with like any kind of criteria that answers that question.
Rob
for me
Reiner versus Frank Darabont.
Yeah. Darabont's one of the greatest writer directors that doesn't get enough work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But, it sounds like he's a little prickly though. So,
well, the Walking Dead thing that went down. So,
well, yeah, of course, but even some other stuff. But
yeah.
All right, Grandma Sue has number 5, Casablanca, excellent. Number 4, The Godfather, yes. Number 3, Schindler's List, yes.
There's
Number 2, Stand By Me, and number 1, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Nice.
Tarek.
Chinatown comes to mind too. You know.
Oh wow, yeah.
Nicholson. I'm
Yep.
saying there's so fucking many of these, man. This is hard to pick just 5.
Tarek, number 5, Searching for Bobby Fischer, the movie that came out the same exact day as what movie?
Flash Gordon.
No, that we've talked about, not tonight, but that we've talked about a lot.
Halloween.
Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh.
Okay.
Because remember, Adam Marcus said he went to see that instead of going to see his own movie.
Oh my God.
There he goes.
All right. Number 5, Searching for Bobby Fischer. Number 4, Primer. Number 3, Pi, not Life of Pi. Number 2, The Devil Wears Prada. Interesting. And number 1, excellent fucking choice, Memento.
That movie.
You want to talk
movie,
about,
dude.
you want to talk about a mind fuck.
And I loved it because I kept going, okay, I know what's going on. And they'd be like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
Back up. Let's start again, asshole.
Well,
and think, okay, back
now,
to the start.
That wasn't Nolan's first movie, was it? But it was like his second. But that was the one that like really, really like busted him out.
Yeah.
Brilliant fucking movie. Bobby's got a list. Number 5, Shawshank Redemption. Number 4, El Camino. Interesting.
Woo.
Number 3, Full Metal Jacket. Number 2, Saving Private Ryan. And 1, Green Mile. Green Mile, by far, is his favorite movie of all time.
Cool.
Excellent.
Nice.
That's a good movie, man. I enjoyed
It
it.
is a good
A
movie.
lot of that is my top 5. Look at that.
Yeah.
I remember when the books first started coming out for the Green Mile. They were itty bitty little like novellas, and they came out in 6 chapters, one every month. And I still have all 6 of those. So
Nerd.
I bet those they're in good shape too. I bet they might be worth something. But Bobby says honorable mention, prayers for Bobby. Also, by the way. So. All right, Paula, no particular order. The Shawshank Redemption, Ghost of Mrs. Muir, To Kill a Mockingbird, excellent. Steel Magnolias, yeah.
Ooh, man. See?
And The Pelican Brief.
Fuck, if you're going down that road, you got beaches, you got fucking
Oh,
God.
man.
There's a ton of stuff.
Let's Kill a Mockingbird. I would love to see done again.
There's Dog Day.
Like a remake of To Kill a Mockingbird?
Yeah, just from anybody though. Just doesn't have to be like a remake of the film per se. So, it's based off a book.
Yeah.
I love the book. I never really cared for the movies.
Yeah. BK, I'm going to come back to you because I want to spend some time on one. Bronson, a few honorable mentions for dramas. 1 Hour Photo at Dead Poet Society that was my number 6, I think.
There's Good Will Hunting.
Patch Adams. Are you just listing Robin Williams' entire filmography? Patch Adams, Good Will Hunting, and Awakenings. All of them. Robin Williams, of course. Yeah.
Awakening,
Nice.
Man. That's another one that was, goddamn, man.
Well, Dead Poet Society was kind of important for me growing up. That was a big one for me, as a writer, especially. Not necessarily a poet, but as a writer.
I went and saw it at the midnight fucking movie and worked all the day. I fell asleep, dude. I missed the whole thing. And then watched it like when it came out on video and everything. I was like, wow, man, this is really good. Can't believe I dozed off.
Yeah. I could see why you dozed off.
Well, it's a slow,
it's a slow movie. My senior year of high school, our English teacher was graduating, so me and my class arranged like a "Oh Captain, my Captain" salute to her on like her last day. All getting up on the chairs and everything. And that's one of those memories from high school that whenever I do bump into somebody from then that long ago, that's normally one of them. And I even bumped into her 15 years ago, at a Valentine's Day event. And it was funny. And she brought it up. So, all right, BK, Dog Day, afternoon, number 5. Number 4, one of my favorite movies, literally one of my favorite movies of all time. Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. We'll come back to that. 3, The Green Mile. 2, Shawshank, and 1, Steel Magnolias. Nice. Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead is written by Scott Rosenberg, the guy who did Con Air and Beautiful Girls. And I want to say there's something like recent that he's done that's kind of a big deal. I don't, maybe not Marvel, but some superhero stuff. I think, but I was introduced to this guy years ago, and I love this script. It's so funny, especially in the beginning, and it's a strange movie, but a lot of people haven't heard of it. Andy Garcia, Christopher Lloyd. It's got a pretty decent cast. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a fun little flick. So good list, BK.
Yeah.
Very good list. Thank you for putting Dog Day Afternoon on there for me. I know it wasn't for me, but I was just happy to see it.
I think we're ready for a golf clap.
Is it
Time for a golf clap time.
for everybody? Thanks
Yeah,
for
for
all
everybody.
those lists. I got to go all the way back up to the top, and thank you, damn it, thank you.
God damn it,
Got like Fear and Loathing in Vegas, Leaving Las Vegas. There's so many, man.
I
Yeah.
know.
So many.
Fear and Loathing. Ooh.
Yeah, dude. It's just if we went out like a heart wrenching dramas, you'd have to put like a subcategory on there. There's plenty of those.
Sure.
Oh, Luke says Deliverance.
Deliverance. How about My Life with Michael Keaton?
Yeah.
Deer
He's
Hunter.
got cancer.
Gina,
Jesus Christ.
Gina mentioned Deer Hunter.
Deer Hunter. Yep. Yep.
Paula said Bad Boys with Sean Penn is fantastic.
I love it.
Here,
Derek says they weren't low hanging at the time. Holy fucking! There's my drink all over my keyboard. Thanks. Sorry, brother.
so pretty funny.
Covered that. Yeah, we talked about that. Okay, there we go. Tarek says, although Memento was his first movie that got noticed, Nolan's first was Following, which no one saw.
Huh.
Yeah. I remember seeing it, but I can't remember if I saw it after or before Memento.
Never
Probably after. All right, that looks like it.
Fucking A, everybody. Wow, that's a lot of good lists, man. See, I mean, a ton of movies that I need to go revisit again.
I have a feeling I'm going to dive down the rabbit hole with some of my past and even some of the ones you guys have brought up. I mean, that either I haven't seen in a while or that maybe I haven't seen.
I got to rewatch Warriors in that new light now.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to start with that, but
BK just said you're uninvited to the dinner
Oh no.
next time you come up.
Bronson asked, have you guys ever seen Casualties of War? Michael J. Fox and Sean Penn together. Haven't seen it, but I remember reading online somewhere that they hated each other while they were making the movie. Yeah, it's a great movie.
I've seen it.
And you can see
Tension.
a little bit of that tension in it. I remember some of those. I remember hearing some of those stories. I can't remember them very clearly right now, but dude, this was fun.
Very fun.
And
Good time.
I'm not saying, we
Once in a while.
we should start like every Wednesday night, start doing a different show podcast.
No.
Colonel's like, go fuck yourself.
If we want to keep it to an hour in length, I'm down.
No.
Well, Crank will do like half a movie, and then the rest of us won't get nothing to say.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
It's like, and we got
Dude, I was pretty
Yeah, it was cool tonight.
redacted tonight.
We
You
got
were.
all the
I'm proud of
information
you.
out.
You really were. Like when dramas came up, I'm like, this is going to take 45 minutes. I'm super proud of you. I'm not even trying to be a dick by saying that. I just know you love dramas.
I do.
I've seen your brainstorming list. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this dude's got like 50 fucking movies right now.
Hey, and most of those I would recommend to almost anybody. So, hold on, let me look at my list. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I did have a bunch.
Oh, they're big.
There's a lot of good movies on there.
Well, and see, and there's Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead is on there. So, I forgot I even had it as an honorable mention, but yeah. Man, is this something that we should revisit semi-regularly?
Well,
Is it
lists, but
I think
would this be a good after Halloween tradition,
I
or
think
is that
so.
too often?
I think once a year would be
year.
good. Like, I'd be
Yeah.
okay with twice a year, to be honest with you. Maybe we could take like a summer break from horror and then do like after Halloween or some shit.
or we could take a look at some of the subcategories of these main ones too. You know,
Sci-fi.
Oh yeah, sci-fi. I got tons of sci-fi.
I could fuck up
fantasy
sci-fi.
films. Like,
You do that. I mean, or like I'm saying, like a drama, but a sad drama. Those tear jerkers, those heart rippers.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was 4 of my 5.
I know. Well, there's hundreds of them.
I'm sorry, I don't watch movies to cry, Zach. I would, hard it'd be for me to come top 5 list.
Well, I don't watch movies to cry, but dude, hey, Dad, you want to have a catch? Fucking pouring. Like I can't fucking help myself.
At least that's cool, man. I fucking get that way at the end of Lord of the Rings when he goes, "You bow to no one." I fucking lose it every fucking time, man. Every time.
Dude, and I almost went out of the way the last time I left Detroit to go through Iowa and go to the Field of Dreams.
Man, you know how bad I wanted to go when the Reds played there a couple years ago? I love watching that Field of Dreams game, dude. Oh my god.
Dude, it'd be cool as shit to see a game there, but I think it'd just be cool as shit also to just walk out there and just stand on that field. And I don't know.
You never know, dog. If you get that way, I'm down.
I'll fall off the bleachers and choke on a hot dog, give you the real experience.
Rachel says maybe TV series list would be good.
Oh God, what's the parameters?
We don't have any yet.
Yeah,
Because I'm 50 fucking about to be 53 years old here, so that goes a long way.
That was back when TV was still black and white, kids.
Some of it was. Some of it was. At least some of the repeats were. They ran them black and white. They still do now, but you had the live action Spider-Man animated series. Oh. Yes.
BK says musicals. Wife just chimed in. I think I'd be the only one with a list.
No.
God, I hate musicals, but my favorite musical is South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
I could throw a couple in there.
Rocky Horror is going on there. They're out there. We got them.
Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
See, there's another one. Grizzly says, "End of Saving Private Ryan. I hope I lived a good life."
Fuck yeah,
dude.
Kills you. You can't help it. You can't, and it's all right. Let it out.
BK says, "Choke on a hot dog." Okay, DCS, let him have it.
Because I hope it plays out like basketball, man. When motherfuckers pops out my mouth, keeps coming back in.
Oh, Ernest Borg. God damn it.
Bronson says, if you haven't seen it, also check out Pleasantville.
Oh God,
That's
yeah.
a great
Tobey Maguire, yeah.
movie.
okay.
That's a great one, man.
Another good Tobey Maguire movie for you, Bronson. The Wonder Boys with him and Michael Douglas and
Hot smoking weirdo in that one.
oh, it's fucking it's so hysterical though.
Yeah, I know.
And, but I don't know whether to put that in comedy or drama because it's one of those that kind of toes the line.
Well, probably more drama, but I wouldn't hate on anybody for making it a comedy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, man. There's a million ways to go with non-horror stuff.
What did I do? Lorena says, almost made it through a show without me having to tell Crank to shut his whore mouth.
Tisk.
That's
God
something
damn it.
about something.
I do see those comments from time to time. I just normally haven't like projected them. Ziggy, tell us about next week, man.
Yes, we're back to the interview DCS, and I guess it's somewhat horror, but these guys toe the line. They do stuff for everything. We're getting the band Voyager in the studio with us. They do soundtracks. They perform, like they write records. They have like 5-6 records of original music, and now 2 films. They've actually done 2 feature films, and more on the horizon. Maybe we can get that out of them. We will ask. But, I know a guy from a band in the local Detroit music scene. Greg, and like that's kind of our connection to it. But we've met all the guys at the Motor City Nightmares, and we babbled in a half hour. Yeah, man. So I mean, this is going to be a lot of talking going on next week, but it should be fascinating, funny, and you might fucking learn something. So join us next week.
Colonel is going to get in about 6 words the entire 2 hours.
Yep.
I'm okay with that. With the name the Voyager, I assume they're like a glam band.
No, not at all. I mean, think of it like Voyager, like Star Trek Voyager or something, you know? I mean, it's synthesized, it's Carpenter influenced, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
All right. I was saying, just the name Voyager to me was misleading. I was thinking there's like a glam band or some shit. Like fucking whatever you call it, Steel Panther or whatever.
Yeah, I remember Nick of Time, Bronson. That was a fun movie for back then.
This is like this is their first record.
Okay.
Huh?
Doom Fortress.
We will see them next week.
Album
Right.
by Voyager.
Yep. Cool. So tune in for that next week, guys. FaZe, send them out for the night.
Oh, that was a ton of fun, man. I'm glad my random idea I had. Well, I think I had this idea at Morgan Crypt, or at least during that weekend. I just randomly brought it up to you guys, but now suddenly we did it, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. It may, like we said, become a tradition. So this is pretty cool.
Did he just patent pending the fucking idea for his own show or something?
I think he did.
Yeah, man.
Tune in next year.
This is my own show. Anyway, I'm kidding, of course. Thank you all as always. Love it. Always love it. Super excited for next week. And that's all. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
All right, Colonel.
All right, thanks for joining us tonight. I think we all agree. I'm with FaZe. This was a lot of fun. I remember, like I said, having a discussion many years ago saying we've never talked about anything but horror, but it wasn't much needed break from horror. Like I said, I can easily do a top 20 list from each category tonight. I look forward to tackling sci-fi and fantasy maybe in the future because I'm a big fucking nerd at heart. I am not going to do a top 5 list of movies that make you cry. I'm not a bitch. I don't cry. I don't show emotion. The Colonel doesn't, but don't let my government name let you fool you. I get teary-eyed watching fucking reels sometimes because making kids make me soft and it's bullshit. It pisses me off. So be sure to tune in next week and take my advice because my children couldn't because they don't have one. But don't get sick. Wash your dick. And don't smell like Scuba Steve. Use Summer's Eve.
Some more low-hanging fruit right there. Thanks, guys, for watching our non-horror show for the year. Yeah, we'll talk about this. Maybe something could be born out of this for future episodes. We'll see. Anyway, thanks again. One last time, we got to thank our members, our final girls and guys, Christy, FaZe, Lorena, BD, Alex, and Robert. And one more time, happy birthday, Robert, if you're still here. And our Crazy Ralphs, Bell's Fancy Creations, Dr. Smiley, Raymond, and the whole damn enchilada pod. And, of course, our camp counselors, Adam, Corey, Christy, Luke, Jimmy and Rachel, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Chuck Sheck, Dave, Patricia, Kristen, and JJ. DeathCurseSociety.com to become a member yourself. And thanks to our associate producer, I'm Red Crank. That's Zigzag. That's Colonel. That's FaZe. This is Death Curse Society and Monday Maniacs. We will catch you as soon as I find the button to push that starts the video and all the other stuff that I need to do to close the show. And we will catch you next week. Woo!
You laugh like a donut. Woo!